to WeeDnD, the positive live tabletop role-playing experience. I am your dungeon master for the night, Brandon Allen McClanahan, and all these guys mimic the way that I say that. So good to see you, buds. I am back from the other side. I apologize, I was ill for quite a few days there, just after New Year. A lot of really exciting things happening on the back end of the show, though. Huge shout out to Bunch Party, who was in chat with us tonight. I see a whole bunch of our friends here, and I will shout you out shortly, but I just want to give mine a special shout out. Our layouts, our music integration. Tom, I screwed up and didn't scan the QR code with my phone, so I don't, all that great stuff that we had done. I don't.
Is anybody muted?
Am I muted?
No.
Oh! No!
You're muted! How's it feel?
Oh, it's the worst. Oh, I'm so
We've all
sorry.
been there.
Yeah, I was sick. So everybody's like, "Man." Sorry about that, guys. Thank you for calling that out.
Nobody knows we were mimicking him, though.
Yeah. Keep that one under wraps.
Are we okay? Let's just check in with chat here real quick. Are we echoing? Is that still a thing, or was that just us shouting a lot? Okay, cool. So that echo that he was probably hearing was my mic not being on. So you were actually picking me up off the other guys. Shadows, good to see you, baby. Again, huge shout. Hype, guys. Hold up, we got hype right now. I'm gonna put this on too. Hype it up. I was sick. That's why my mic was muted in memoriam of me, who died last week on my couch. But yes, huge shout out to our boy, Davey, Dirty David Kilso. Good to see you, girl. Thank you for that sub. But yeah, we have been building something kind of crazy out here. I don't want to give too many details away because there's just so many exciting things that are going to start popping up. But our layouts, the way we're running the show now, is literally the brainchild of the brilliant Munge Party. The things we're going to be able to do as we keep going, you might notice there's going to be a little more integration and stuff. I would be able to run some things from my phone, but I didn't scan the QR code like I was supposed to. And so just getting ready for the show is running around a bit. We are down to Drew today. Let's send some love to our man, Drew. Squishy, squishy love. We love you, bro. I hope you feel better as well. See, it's going around. I am not, just so you guys know, I'm not going to pass joints today. I just figure there's a lot of illness going around. I don't want to get anybody sick. But guys, seriously, just back end stuff like I do like to give a huge shout out to our patrons who make a lot of this stuff possible, like giving us the opportunity to kind of like build this thing out. But what I can say is that like we are weeks out maybe from like actualizing some of the stuff that I dreamed about before I knew how any of this stuff worked, when I was like dumb enough to think I could do everything. And then now we're actually becoming smart enough to do everything. So it's like, it's that weird other side of the spectrum. But guys, the presentation, the way that we do the show is going to keep popping out. And I just, honestly, I'm so excited. So I know all of this is like, a little bit, all of these new layouts and stuff. Is this the one with the books? There's books right there, right? This is my favorite detail in the new layout, and I'm going to point it out here. There's like a crack between the pillars. Is this the one with the books? I think it is. So like right here where my finger's pointing, if you'll notice, the pillar is cracked, but there's just a stack of books that are like holding the pillar up. It's one of my favorite details. I'm going off a little bit, just nerding right now. But yeah, guys, we have so much awesome, exciting stuff. We love you, Dirty Davey. We see that you've had some hard time, and we love all you so much. We hope that honestly this could be a little bit of a light for anybody. It certainly is for us. I know I do it a lot and get all sentimental, emotional, but like, legitimately, sometimes, like we had a couple rough weeks, and just today, like getting to see how you roll in, and then just sitting at this table right now, it's like hard for me to remember how I was even in a weirder mood earlier. So thank you, thanks to the buds, thanks to everything about this little magical community. So with that, I will pass this dream joint through the ethereal fibers of the magnanimous air that surrounds the splendiferous friend. Nicole, how you doing, girl?
I'm so good, Bam. Hi, everyone. I'm Nicole Unger. I play Shaymira. What level am I now again?
We're still 10.
Level 10 rogue, which is very exciting. I'm very happy to be here with all of you. Very similar. You guys are the light of my evenings, and I'm very happy to be here with all of you. Very pleasant shift and some things that have happened, so I'm very grateful to be here with all of you and all of you buds.
Yeah.
The question today comes from bud, and I already saw you in here. Grim Wilder!
Yeah, Grim.
He's made me laugh a lot, so I'm gonna read the whole thing. So, favorite genre of music and your favorite band in that genre. To clarify, I mean favorite like it's the one band artist that you get the most hyped about when they drop new music. And bam, your only answer can be Foo Fighters because you know why.
Well, I gotta rep my own band, right?
Yeah.
Remember, tell your friends, I'm Dave Grohl.
Tell your friends.
It's also a really hard question for me because I love all kinds of music.
Yes.
Yay!
Huge subdrop from Vision there. Love it. Thank you for sharing that love.
Yes. I love all genres of music. I really like metal music and then orchestral music and soundtrack
We
music.
did just see somebody.
Yes, and that's what I'm talking about. So one of my favorite artists is Lindsay Sterling.
Yeah.
And when she drops new things, I freak out, and I love her very much. I have for a very long time. She's me in another life. I started playing the violin when I was pretty young, and then I stopped because I started acting, blah, blah, and I'm trying to play again, and she's just a very big inspiration for me, and I love her music very much.
Her show was incredible.
Incredible. Oh my God, it was so good. It was everything I wanted it to be and more.
Yeah.
It was just so good.
She's just hammering a violin.
And
suspending in the air.
She's flying in the sky.
Oh my God. Upside down.
Upside down. And she's playing her violin, guys.
So
and she's actually doing it. It's not a track. And everyone thinks it's a track because she's so good. And then she'll do it like in a rehearsal space where the sound quality is weird, but she's literally doing it. Oh, it's so good. Jake?
You'll hear more about her later.
I'm team no tracks.
She
knows what she's doing.
That's right.
She's doing.
Yeah.
She's always been amazing.
She practices all the time. She has to go on hand breaks because she works so hard. She can't use her hands for like a couple days.
That's a dope rap line too. I gotta go on hand breaks because I work so hard. That's so dope.
That is really.
Because I work so hard.
Handbrakes.
Hand breaks.
Yes, thank you, Nicole. What, handbrakes?
Handbrakes.
That's me, handbrake.
handbrake.
What's up, buds? It's handbrake, also known as Handjake or Jake Job. Oh no, wait, Jake Taylor. I get there. The level 10.
I'm crying.
Or sorry, playing Rex Milo, the level 10 dragon mocked clerica wah. And good question, Grim. I'm right there with you. It's a tough one because I'm bad at picking favorites of anything.
Yeah.
I like a lot of things,
Yeah.
it's tough to pick
Which
a
is a
favorite.
good thing. I don't think that's a bad thing.
I agree.
Like as much as you want.
But nut up. Tell us your favorite.
If we're like in the top arena, put it in there.
Catch one.
Tell me.
And he kind of defies genres because he's all over the place. But I've always liked David Bowie, so I can't get hyped about new music because I think he.
You can actually, you'd be hella hyped about new music.
It's today or tomorrow.
What?
It's anniversary.
Today. It's his birthday, isn't it?
He just had a birthday.
His birthday, I think, was
Oh,
like a day or two ago, and
yesterday.
his date of death is tomorrow, I believe.
Oh wow! I
It
didn't
was all
realize
around
so
January.
close
Doing like a
together.
Shakespeare thing. Same death
yeah.
and birthday.
Coming in and out the same
Little derivative.
time.
Well, yeah. Way to go, Bowie.
Someone
you
else
heard of
did
William Shakespeare?
It's a little derivative.
Shakespeare
He comes
already
back
did
and
that.
defends himself. He's like, actually, I read a musical before I died. I'm like,
David Bowie on the show, everybody.
but hell yeah, thank you.
Bowie on the showy.
Bowie on the showy.
Bowie on the
Join us,
showy.
Bowie.
Oh, we were
He would
hot.
have the best pajamas.
Yeah.
We've been hot today.
Great guy.
Guys, we're spicy boys.
Look out.
So spicy. And in lieu of our dear friend Drew, I'm just gonna give him
Give him a little one of
a
these.
big old squeeze. I passed the stream joint,
Drew's hitting the dream.
trying to dunk it to my bud, Brenna Folger.
Hi, Jake. Hello, buds. It's me, Brenna Folger. I'm currently playing Gildaradner Genewilder at level 10 Plasmoid.
Yeah.
From space. I'm many years old. I'm just happy to be here. I'm stoked to play today. I was just looking because I have a thing where with music, I like a lot of different types of music. I'll go like hardcore into certain genres for a second. So I like fell down the rabbit hole of like 70s and 80s like Japanese funk. And that's not to be funny. It's because somebody told me the song that inspired the Mario song, and then I just fell into that whole band.
Dope.
So that's always fun. And But I find like I really get excited when like Sammy Ray and the Friends. It's just joyful, fun music. It's like it sounds like just a group of friends that know how to play music together, just being like, let's all do a jam together. But I like them, and every time they drop music, I'm like, well, fuck yeah. Or Brandy Carlisle.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know. There's lots of good ones. I love when the band.
Marte?
No, the band, the big marching band, like techno thing. They drop new music, and that's always like real.
That's
fun.
one of the studio regulars that you and me.
Yeah.
You and me is we get
It's
that going.
so good. I want to see them live so bad.
Yeah.
Drew's in the thing.
Drew's in the thing. Drew's in the
So yeah, that's,
If we all
that's
flex
how
together,
I feel
we might
about
have
it.
one Drew flex.
Burst of blood vessel in my eyeball. But that's how I feel about it. How about you, Averino?
Oh my god, that's me.
Dream joy.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah.
I'll save that for later. But I'm Abby Dandy, aka Sylvia Starshield, the level 10 astral elf druid. But man, think about music. I like freaks, and I like people who are doing something really odd and really weird. So I love my king, Weird Al. You know, anytime he's in something or doing something, I'm very excited. But I'm really the lead singer from Faith No More, Mike Patton. He has a lot of really weird side projects that are just so theatrical sometimes and just off the wall. So I'm pretty excited whenever he releases something new, like that Peeping Tom project was so, like what he envisioned pop music to be, but it's so like weird and sexy and smutty. I love it.
Smutty. Did you know he was the zombies from Left 4 Dead?
Yes.
Yeah, that's like the best fun fact you could ever have.
And he's the anger core in Portal.
He has an album of just mouth sounds.
Yeah.
Apparently. Dope.
No, he's awesome. But here's the dream.
And from the dream ethers, the joint.
Magic. Oh, also Dorian Electra's a good one to every time they drop some new shit. Just that came to me. I was like, I have to drop that name. Gus and I love listening to Dorian Electra.
It's new for me, but it sounds like
Oliver Tree too.
Oliver Tree, bro.
Oliver Tree and
Yes.
Dorian Electra.
Yeah.
You're talking about yes.
Yeah, there's
His interviews are brilliant.
Ghost. So weird.
Because he doesn't break character in the interview. And
All right, it's a music podcast.
Here we go. So what I think's important about music is the notes.
Notes are important.
But
and
also
the rhythm.
not the notes.
But also, Jazz would say.
Yeah. The opposite.
Just a little. Welcome to
Rat-tat-tat.
WeeD&D. I don't know. We'll figure out a more fun.
Jazz.
The funnest.
Mine. So obviously, like it's funny. As soon as you asked the question, I was like, I'm wearing a Pink Floyd shirt. So Pink Floyd it's like I know that it's like a stoner head type band, but like I was really late into music in my life. And so it was around like the time that like I started smoking weed and enjoying psychedelic journeys from time to time that I discovered Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, obviously, and it is like the song "Time" on Dark Side of the Moon is like I hear it, I'm instantly happy. Like it's like I have so many great memories of driving and listening to that song.
Nice.
But since they're not putting out new tracks, obviously. Even though Roger Waters is around and I got screwed into get to see this concert. But the active bands right now, Muse. Muse is still... I think Matthew Bellamy is like quite legitimately like a Mozart level brilliant musician. It's funny as they've done I feel like they're experimenting with commercial sound in a way, and most people are like, they're just selling out. And I'm like, actually, no, they're like, okay, well, if this is what you're going to listen to, let us do our little version of it. And so each album has been such a journey, but honestly, I've seen them live more than any other band, and it's like every show that comes through, we try to see. Muse is one, it's like, even if you just want to go back a ways, and like, there are some songs that you can, Blackout, or like,
so good.
There are some songs that literally will change your life. We played Blackout in Medea when there were all these frozen statue women around, and like Jason and the Argonauts were coming in on a ship and there was fog and shit. That memory lives rent free in my head. That song is so beautiful. But yes, so I tangented a bit. I like Pink Floyd a lot, obviously, but Muse would be I'm like very excited when they come out. Not Foo Fighters, because you know when you work all day making Foo Fighters music and having been the drummer of Nirvana, you just want to relax, throw on some Muse, and play D&D with your friends. I'm your dungeon master for the night, David Grohl. David Grohl.
You just have a character, you know, Gildaradner, Genewilder, David Grohl.
David Grohl.
Yeah.
Hello, I am David Grohl. It's just me. I'm like, what's up, guys?
It's just your way to put yourself in a D&D campaign.
What's up?
Oh, seriously? This shit's crazy.
And then there's a bard named
believe?
Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
I look just like him. Not just like him, but enough.
Close enough.
You both can't live at the
Close
same
enough.
time.
That's it. Have you ever seen us in the same room?
There can only be one.
Let's start like one of those internet, like Brandon from WeeDnD and David Grohl are gonna fight in a cage match.
Yeah.
Kiss fight.
They're gonna kiss.
Kiss
now.
fight, kiss. Dude, I bet I would smooch that dude to death.
Yeah.
You would be the best. The best.
The best.
The best.
Kiss of
Look,
death.
one of these things is not like the
see what
other.
you're
Okay? One of them's not just another one.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. Oh God, I love you, human beings. Guys, Drew was here. I just want to give one more love. We missed Drew.
Drewby.
He's hanging. He's with us. He's here right now. So it's like
Touch
Drew,
this
you're here.
flame.
Drew.
Touch this flame, bro.
flame.
Everybody, just through your internet, give this man some flame. I did want to shout out our wonderful supporters. We did have 4 raids come through. Karmaceutical, Lost Caravan RPG, The Gremlin, which is Len's new page, and Cinderblock Sally, who does some really great homebrew review. Like people send in stuff and he kind of goes through it. Really awesome channel, great dude. So thanks to you guys for bringing your party our way. We also had Decoder98, new member of the community, dropped out 5 of them gift subs, sharing that sub love. We appreciate you so much, bud. We do have a Patreon. It is the best way to support the show. We get the biggest amount of the buck that you're banging our show with. I'm sure it's maybe not the right way. That's not written. That's just what's happening.
Off the cuff, baby. Rat-tat-tat. That's that jazz.
When you
Never stop banging the
I
butt,
saw La La
please.
Land.
Please keep banging the butt.
Gotta bang that
Bang
butt.
us with those bucks.
You can see you're in our layouts now. Huge thanks to all of our Patreons. Head over to patreon.com/WeeDnD. Or if you're on Twitch, !Patreon.
Banging. What?
We do have some merch. We've got arthardstudios merch store, coffee cups, cool t-shirts, hoodies. We've got a couple I think Gus said he finally ordered the sleeveless tank, which I kind of made just for Gus. So I'm really...
So dress like Gus and order your own sleeveless tank.
Yes.
Everybody want to dress
So
like
Gus needs to take pictures in it, and that way we can like model it, and then you guys can dress like Gus. Hashtag dress like Gus.
Hashtag dress tag. Bang Gus.
Bang.
Hashtag bang
Bang
Gus.
a Gus, get a Gus, bang a Gus.
Ooh, it's gonna be a good one, guys. If you're with us here on Twitch, type !merch or go to arthardstudios.square.site.
Bangus. Bangus. Bangus.
Join us.
Join us.
Bangus.
Shout out to the buds in chat too. Arj, we see you, baby. Huge supporter of the show. Dave Clark 5, we love you, Dave. Cardman, man. Brim. Oh my gosh, all the peeps are here. I see Smilesies. Shadows. Seriously, guys, it just like even seeing your little names fills me with glee. So thanks for being a little light in my life. Boom. We're not using Sirenscape today, so we're not thanking them because Epic Games make their own fucking epic sound. And Sandy Stein makes all the original music that you'll be hearing on this show. Over, I think,
read that.
100 tracks now.
Happy belated birthday to Sandy.
Happy belated birthday to the man, the myth, the legend.
Happy birthday,
But yeah.
Sunday.
It's him singing in the intro. Everybody thinks it's me.
What?
And everybody thinks I'm Dave Grohl. So they think that Dave Grohl sings the intro to Weed.
Ergo vis-a-vis,
If so,
we can
bang.
tag Dave
Yeah,
Grohl
yeah.
because
Legally.
he might,
because maybe you could never know.
Maybe he's working on a cover of it.
Yeah, I bet he
know?
is. That's so him. He's so cool and he loves to hang out with us all the time.
Yeah.
So Dave.
cool.
I remember the last time we were kicking it, he was like, I am friends with you and you can tell people that.
Yeah.
Very specific.
Sounds
thing to say.
nice.
I'll never forget, he was like, it's 7:13. Alibi.
Alibi. That's all you need is a little alibi.
Wow.
All right, guys. We've slam jammed around enough. We've binged some bangs,
is that
and
what
now it's
we
time
were
to go bongo.
Bongo.
God, it's gonna get better than this, I promise, guys. But yeah, we do have us a little ritual we like to do around here.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you heard about it, maybe you haven't. We like to take a lighter, like this gray one. I didn't even know it was gray until just now. Make sure, I didn't, it surprised me.
He's colorblind.
That's a green lighter. Oh no, make sure.
I'm crying.
We've done it.
Good.
We've done it.
We got us a little ritual we like to do around here. Maybe you have a helmet on, maybe you don't. But we like to take a lighter like this gray one that I expected to be gray the entire time. Make sure you're not going to light any of your friends, family, or household pets on fire and go. Light us up. Let's play some fucking D&D.
Okay.
WeeDnD, high fantasy, literally for you and me. So load up bowl and make a roll to take control. WeeDnD.
Oh. That's it. That's what you came here for, people. Thanks, guys. That was WeeDnD. All right, guys. We're doing things a little differently here this season. Rather than set the mood with my recap of what happened last week, we check in with the players. Now it's been 2 weeks this time.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm staring at you. You know everything, Lord Bard. Whatever you say is truth. We've determined that. So we're going to check back in with the party, and then I'll set the mood with kind of our opening of the game. So, yo, guys, what happened last?
I know that we have the ruby and we did it, because that's what I wrote down.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Which ruby is that?
The one
Everbright.
inside
Everbright.
of Everbright.
Nailed it.
Everbright.
Nailed it.
I know I wrote stuff.
Inside the monster.
Yeah.
Yes. So, indeed.
Everbright Ruby. See, I wrote it down.
There it is. She wrote it.
We
down.
defeated the Cinderslag.
The Cinderslag, yes.
Cinderslag.
And if you'll notice, it's in
mountain
our
of
layout.
stone.
Its little head is on the bottom left.
Yay, we
sick.
have it. Wow.
And the purple worm is on the bottom
There
right.
she goes.
And so you've got your,
Got our heads.
you've got them. You've got some trophies.
Memories of the heads.
Yeah, you stopped the elemental fury of fire.
Yes.
Yes. Seeing if Lord of Lost Time rates anything on the
Just stall. Alibi.
I was like, yes, nothing at all. And that's why I had my phone out. I was like, on YouTube, what did he say in the comments?
It is as I always say. No, I don't mind filling the gaps. I just, again, so you guys, fought the Cinderslag elemental, stopping the elemental fury of fire.
Yes.
That was
We did it for
attacked.
Rimbranth.
Yeah.
Rimbranth, the Lord of
Lord of the Skies.
Skies and
Skies.
Ice.
The
Winds?
sky at the Skyrim Temple.
Yes.
A creation.
Iron Temple.
And him and his temple are kind of together. So if one dies, the other goes away.
That's
it's like
a bummer.
I know.
So yes, the
That's a real
temple is
bummer.
living crystal. And this is a crystal dragon, Rimbranth, Lord of the Skies.
And not many gem dragons. And he's got stars.
Yeah, I'm concerned about the stars.
Yes, when you guys were kind of peering through before the doors reformed, you saw the binary spinning stars in this chamber within the Skyrim temple. Now, as you guys have called upon high magic from the temple, the teleporting or flying you guys from where you originally met all the way to the Shale Soul, as well as the orb of elemental shielding that protected you guys during that battle. Both of those seemed to draw highly upon the energy of them, and they called out to you, Sylvia, and asked for help. Wisely not, drawing the ire of a dragon. You mentioned you were like, well, let's take care of one thing at a time. But that is, a fresh memory in your mind. Is and you are a wise, powerful caster as well. You understand they are certainly being drained upon to create that.
Drew's got us.
Drew's got it.
Drew's technically helping.
Yeah.
He says, Drew says, I remember. He's here, he is helping. I remember we were going to the Shale Soul, which I'm not crazy about, but maybe they have turned a new leaf.
Yes.
That's right, because they are not friendly. Him and the other guy, Shalefish. The Shalefish.
Descendants of Vegeta Shalefist from the
My
prologue.
other best friend.
And Raleigh Shalefist is.
Oh, that's what I have. I was like, what did I write here?
I know, that's exactly what it is.
That's
All right.
Raleigh. And they
this,
have,
guys.
there's like the stone song curse where they turn into stone.
That is correct. Yes, the entire society hears the Song of Stone and as such, they like slowly shift to petrification. Some of that you guys witnessed as you walked through or flew through the like carved streetways in the mountains. The statues of those that have given up to the song decorate the streets, like they're celebrated as their ascension to stone is complete. But yes, the Shale Fists family said to have been cursed during the fractionation of Ganjaria. And so the old battle lines between Tynaricus, Onyxheart, and Vegeta Shalefist still to this day hold strong.
I don't know why they don't get along. I'm friends with both of them.
Indeed, having sat at both of their tables at least several times.
Several. Yes, we would eat many meats.
Yes, they are well-known eat meat.
They both families live a lot of meat.
I just wrote eat meters.
Eat meters.
Okay, sorry.
A hungry parking meter.
Eat meters.
I just love meat.
I have to go eat the meter real quick.
I gotta go eat it.
Nom nom nom.
I had to say it because it looks so weird written down.
Eat meters.
It does look fucking weird.
Like I need to make that note. Like, okay, they do eat meters.
They eat a lot of the same type of stuff, and so you think that maybe they'd be chill and cool with each other. Really not.
Yeah, you found, having lived in space, most things that eat similarly.
Hang out.
Hang out.
Chill.
Hang out.
Space law. Space
That
law.
is
Chill.
That makes
Space
sense.
is pretty chill.
Perfect. Yeah.
Don't you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Space can be pretty chill if you want it to be.
If you know what you're doing.
If you know what you're doing. And if you stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take your word for it there, Gil.
Yep. I didn't stay out of trouble. I'm here now.
I just keep thinking about the goo.
Crashed. I don't know.
I will be
never
doing
met the
side
goo.
quest stories of that.
I don't even know that goo. I don't know that goo. He's racist. He's
Racist against
He's just a goo racist.
Yeah, he's a goo, you're an
racist
ooze, and like you would
He
think
doesn't like a goose.
would goose to this.
He's probably one of those people that if he ever saw a goo and an ooze holding hands on the street, he'd be all weird about
It'd
it.
be weird.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not okay.
Not cool.
He'd like
Space is chill. Be cool. Be cool. Be in space.
Be cool, don't be
Be
weird.
in space.
Be cool, like space, and eat similar things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then eat things in space.
Eat meters.
Okay, yeah. So we're on our way to this place right now from the thing, and now we have to make friends. But what are we gonna do about our missing friend?
That's a good question. And to answer it,
I'm scared.
don't you allow me to set the mood.
Okay.
Wait, let me eat a meter first.
Eat your meters. Yeah.
Eat your meter.
Eat your meter. Eat them.
Like meat potatoes.
All right, eat meters.
Meters.
But join us.
But join us. Thank God.
Oh boy, let's join them.
Good. Good
This
to
is
go.
silly time.
Silly
Okay.
beans. Silly beans. Dad's not
What's
here.
that? Yeah, I can't. I messed up. I didn't do it.
We can always do it.
Enchanted Shadows is usually
Those who cannot hear, Stephanie just has to put some music on. And then and now, okay. You're caught.
So you have all completed the battle against the Cinderslag elemental, this giant fusion of stone and lava given life. As it's crumbled away in front of you, its body, crumbles into small pieces as the head kind of slides down, presenting itself as a valuable trophy for you to stab on any layouts that you may use in your online broadcast.
Yeah.
Again, adding to the as well to the purple worm head that you guys have just like in the sled that you kind of drag around with you still. You're overlooking the second of another great monster that you guys have found yourself in battle with. In front of you is the carved hillside of the beautiful city of the Shale Soul. Intricate stone carved roads and pillars, great statues of what you know to be the living souls that once, gave themselves to the Song of Stone. You kind of look around you and realize that barrier of protection from the elemental energy that was burning down on you was close to breaking. Rimbranth was almost unable to stop the fury of fire from consuming you as you battled against this leader. You see Tynaricus standing in front of you, and in his hand is the Everbright Ruby, glowing, after knocked out after 2 savage strikes with his giant golem armed fist weapon that he uses.
So sick.
You see as the light glows on his face. Shamira, suddenly your mind starts feeling static. You feel the mind link that you have to everybody around you, the ability you use as a soul knife, is bouncing off that exact same kind of magic. You feel little scrapes in your eyes, and you're trying to control it. It's a power that you call from the same well from, but this seems a different application of its uses. And then in all of your minds, that same entry point opens, and you hear a voice. I am Broly Shalefist. Tynaricus Onyxheart, you stand accused of treason. You will face your trial in Numbuldir, where your coward grandfather murdered Vegeta Shalefist. Your trial has come. Your friends would do best not to interfere. With that, you hear this crackle in all of your minds as the psionic link is fractured. And these little pink orbs of light pass in front of your eyes. As they wipe off, you see a bunch of Shalefists standing around. You see Vrawley Shalefist, their leader, standing in the front. He has dark stone hair. Every bit of hair on his body has already converted to stone. So he has sheetrocks of stone that go up his arms that are firmly built. He kind of looks like, again, I hate to do this sometimes, but it's just he looks like a Kuma from Street Fighter. He's got the big giant ball necklace, and you can see there's that pink psionic energy is in their eyes. You look upon them, and they seem to be some kind of psionic monk is kind of the vibe that they're giving you from, having been a spy and studied. But again, this is a type of magic you haven't really seen used, though you draw from a similar wellspring. You see, there's 5 of them. They're all standing passively, but you see their arms are crossed. They're ready for a brawl if you guys choose to have one. And you see Tynaricus looks in front of you, and he turns back to you guys. He throws the ruby into the air. Who's gonna catch it?
I run forward.
Sylvia, you reach forward and get your hand on the Everbright Ruby. You see this glow of red magic from within its core as its touch is hot, so hot that it should burn, but yet it doesn't. You feel it in your hand. Tynaricus turns to you all and nods. This is my business. Y'all take care of yourself. Have a cup of tea. You see he steps back, and Vrawley, the tallest of them all, stands with really broad shoulders, short gray hair that again is all stone. As they move, little flecks of stone fall off to the ground. And when their feet touch the ground, there's this instant connection to the energy of the earth beneath them. You can feel a wellspring of magic on them. As you remember, Gil, when you were here.
I know these guys. I was gonna ask if I can roll for because it'd be fun to roll for it.
Yes.
See if we're friendly or not.
Yeah, if you robbed him or yes.
I don't rob. I
No.
don't rob people.
Right, no,
Me
but
neither.
just
Sometimes.
no.
But I don't.
She just kills it. She just kills
And
it.
then I take things.
It's not robbing, technically.
It's
anymore.
a 1.
Oh my god.
All right, first off, that's a shit, Chris. We gotta smoke.
Wow.
If we're gonna roll it, we're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it right. If it was a 20, it would have been really fun. Don't be scared, just hit it. So you do see, again, this kind of ceremonious moment where, figures of some justice calmly approach Tynaricus.
And I see him and I recognize him, and I just this is such a good one. I'm so I'm kind of, you can see him kind of transparent, but I'm obviously, you can tell who I am immediately.
If you've met Gil.
So yeah, if you've met Gil, so these guys, I'm sure the moment they knew, they were all right, fucking goddamn it. So they're coming up, and I'm just yeah, hey. And I go to give him a high five. I'm like, buddy, and he just doesn't. Just completely leaves me hanging.
You're like,
and that's my one. I'm like, oh.
It like melts.
Oh. And then it just goes right back into my body. But that's something, that one is like total denial of a high five.
Yeah, you see it hangs, you know, you can almost hear it in the air. Like certainly, like every one of you is like itching your pants because you're like, I should hit it. Somebody's got to hit it right now. I should do it.
In front of everybody.
And then you see, you know, as one last gesture, suddenly you hear a whip in the wind. And Tynaricus gives you the high five. Aww. Turns, puts his hand on Brawley's shoulders. You see there's like a tense moment. He's like, well, let's do it. They disappear.
Okay.
Can you still hear us? Buddy.
No.
Fuck.
Which has certain implications, as you know. That it's like the range of your, it's not nearly distance, but if there is any kind of like planar shift in any way, that connection is broken. And so, if he's to believe going to Nambull-Deer,
Oh, that's funny.
That's exactly.
no, we could have it, and we just have to call Drew right now. I'm not opposed. I'll rewrite that lore. I'll be like, no, you can totally hear. And we're just like, what's up, Drew? Tell them about
Drew, guess what? Guess what just happened to you? Damn it!
You just took goo damage.
You took goo damage. You got gooed, bro.
You got goo.
Yeah, I tried to give him a cool high five disappearance.
Get gooed.
I felt like I was looking out for my boy.
Yeah, I like that. That felt good.
Oh, what's up, Quetzalcoatl? But yes, so you guys are currently, you know, again, it's like, it's been a wild, a little bit of time for you all. As you know, remember you were flown here inside the Skyrend Temple, this form of living crystal summoned by Rimbranth, that allowed you guys to, be protected enough to get this Everbright Ruby and stop the elemental fury. You know, this is kind of a sign of some of the things that you haven't seen in the realms beyond. It would seem that there are these like storms of element which have some root to them. In this case, it seemed to be the Everbright Ruby. Now, you have it in your possession currently, Sylvia, and I always have to double check. I'm like, it's Sylvia, right? It is Sylvia. Like, I know it's Sylvia, but now I'm like, am I doing it wrong again?
Syl and Gil.
Yeah, Syl and Gil. That's good. That'll actually help me a lot. In my fan fiction.
I'm not fond of nicknames, so.
I
prefer Sylvia.
She hates it.
Prefer the name I was given.
But if it's a way for you to remember.
I have no issue remembering my own name.
I'm not saying it's you. It's probably that other guy over there, Dave Grohl.
Hey guys.
Syl, if you insist.
We say Starchild? The dragon called you Starchild. That's
I liked
pretty
Starchild,
good.
actually. I was
It's a
quite
good cosmic
tickled by that.
And Gil.
And
I don't want to start a band. How many times do I have to tell you?
I just want all of us to start a band together. The Helping Committee is a great band name.
It's a great band name.
That's pretty good.
We are missing out on.
Any whoozle.
All right.
So Big Tie Dog is gone.
Ty, I write Ty in my notes.
Ty, yeah.
Ty's gone.
Tiny. TJ.
Ty is gone. Again, if, they didn't appear to be deceiving you in any way, no insight required. They say they're taking him to trial at the ruins of Nambull-Deer.
Okay.
And so, there are other, there is the city beyond as well. Like, right now you're not being driven from the city. Ostensibly, you guys just saved this area. But Tynaricus, the Onyxhearts, they are a little kill on sight in this region. So, but again, he agreed to go, and I did talk to Drew about it. So I would never steal his agency from him.
That's nice. That's good.
No.
That's real nice of you.
Yeah.
Okay, but so we're still on our way to their village?
You are basically, it's like there are the roadways that lead into the city of Shale Soul. But there's like around you, there's all this burned earth from the, fire circle that was traveling around the Cinderslag elemental. There's still kind of the sheen of the magic of the dragon. Rimbranth is still here, kind of holding the magic of that barrier together. Now that the element is gone, might not be necessary,
Okay.
But he is still as well in the area. And if you'll recall, you had agreed to give him the Everbright Ruby.
Yes. So we can get back to, now we have to get all the way back to him.
He's there. Like he flew you all here.
Like he flew away.
I
thought he was like,
he's magic right now.
Okay,
though. He's
okay,
like,
okay.
Because he was
part
like
of
helping
that.
with the barrier. Right?
Yeah.
Protected against the storm.
I had thought that he was not, and I was like, okay.
He's like, bye.
Yeah.
He went into
I gotta get my gems, dude.
Bring
he went
me
into like
it, though.
castle mode. Because him and the castle are the same. He turned
Yeah.
into castle mode and protected us from
Bring me
the
it, though.
weather.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah, of course, I'll bring him his little rock.
And
So-
it's in your hands right now,
Yeah, it's in
Sylvia.
my hands.
And
Sylvia.
in case you have any questions for him, you got quite the bartering piece.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I
true.
want to know if I'm still hearing those stars.
The sound came through right there. It kind of sounded like stars. So it is in this moment, you're kind of like, wait, the Rimbranth was the barrier. You're kind of looking around. Now, again, dragons aren't always in the habit of being seen by lots of people. They tend to be rather intelligent and mysterious. And as you're kind of looking around to see where it's at, that is exactly what you hear, Sylvia. You have this Everbright Ruby in your hand. Again, scalding hot but not burning your skin. It's the strangest sensation. But, being from stars, not too disfamiliar to you.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Yeah,
It
you're like,
tickles
oh,
in a
shit,
weird
yeah,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like, but it is awesomely powerful. You sense the power of the magic of artifact within it. This is a very powerful thing that you have offered to give to Rimbranth in exchange for him basically like shielding off all of that fire, getting you directly to the battle and not having to go through, and saving this town.
If we bring the head of this thing to this town, are they gonna? Do you think they'll be like, oh, maybe we won't? And they also know me.
Obviously,
So
some of them, like it's that dude that never gets high-fived.
It's hey! Like, what are you doing?
Word.
It's not part of their culture. But it will be someday.
don't
I'm trying to
understand.
make it start.
Trying to make it a thing.
But they just won't. They've been really stubborn. They just want to do it.
Tough crowd.
Very stoic. These guys are stoic.
But we also have the head of the thing, so
Yeah.
we can be like, can we be your friends?
Totally.
Yeah.
I
We can
want,
maybe
if
try
I
that?
can I consult the stars to see how they would feel about me giving Rimbranth the gem? Because this is so important, and I sense that.
It's true. And now the stars themselves, this binary star that you glimpsed, this wellspring of magical power for Rimbranth. He had mentioned it to you when we spoke to you. He was worried you were here to claim something that he rightfully obtained from your people. And so it's like those two, like, that's not good. So this power called out to you anytime that high magic was being used by the living crystal.
Oh, we're getting a raid.
Oh, hey! This is the raid coming up where it when there's raid.
Makes me want to eat a meter right now.
Thanks for being here, Raiders, bro. Guys, so good to see you. But yes, every time that large magical surges were drawn by the castle, the barrier itself began to crack as they screamed out in agony. You're kind of like looking around to see where are they? Where is that energy? If he is the castle, the barrier, where is he? This wisp of the cry of a star calls to you, and you hear that same reach out. Help us! Help us! There's like a breeze that kind of takes you off to a side canyon. Again, it would appear Rimbranth doesn't want to just appear in front of this city, but rather in this little canyon off to the side. So if they're within Rimbranth, that would be the direction they are coming from.
I seek to help them. Let's give them the gem.
So what do you guys think?
Well, I think we should figure out more what's going on, because we only have this because Rimbranth helped us, and this was the agreement. Mm-hmm. And he is now the newest member of the helping committee.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we want to make sure that we're not stepping on toes of our members.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just a guild thing,
Guild thing, guys. So just gotta make sure it's okay.
We just ran it.
Sorry.
No, those are the rules. It makes sense.
You're essentially the president of this chapter, so
Yeah.
yeah.
True.
President.
We didn't know no helping committee. Maybe you knew of helping committee. You know a lot, but
You know everything.
No.
it was first I heard of it.
I didn't know about the helping committee, really.
Mm-hmm.
I heard, I think when I was over by the wall that wouldn't open, there was someone talking about it from the inside, but they didn't open the wall, so that was just one of those things. So maybe it started inside, Yvonne.
Would be an interesting guess.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I was over there and they didn't open those
It
gates.
didn't.
Not even once.
No. No, it's
Couldn't
been
just
2
squeeze
years
in
now.
there.
Was there a keyhole?
Clever girl.
All right, Gil, give me a stealth check.
No, not with this one. This one's
Not
bad.
this one.
This you did bad.
You did bad for me.
So that was another one. I was
So did I.
Everything was awful. Okay, 7 and 6.
All right, 13, not going to be enough.
What?
You did try to squeeze through a keyhole.
Yeah.
And get through. You're like, oh, there's a
it's
crack in the
dirty.
wall.
It's like old.
But remember, there's also that magic barrier. Like when they try to fly over it, they couldn't go through too. So you found that out personally. But yeah, maybe if, maybe a little higher roll, maybe something could happen there. Shoot! She's calling her inspiration.
I need something cool, God. 18.
So plus 6?
Yeah.
24 is enough.
Yeah.
Yay!
I'm enough. I'm enough. I'm enough. I'm enough.
All right. Because we have the opportunity.
I'm like, I want to. What is the called?
Back when the first time the gate didn't open.
Yeah.
Just after the ceremony, and of course you were going to be there, the party of the ceremony. You don't have to go in, but it's like the festival that everybody brings out all these goods and.
I'm just trying to visit that weed guy.
Dat man.
Dat man. All I'm trying to do to get inside is just go see Dat man.
So you squeeze. Dat man also had other people that liked to visit him that were goose. And so there was a part of the wall. He was a fairy. He was very magical, and I say was because he's very dead.
Yeah, he's dead now.
But at the time he was alive. And you see he had withered through some of the magic of the wall in a space that would allow you to squeeze through.
He died?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
He was in a drawer.
He was my only plug. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's tough. Boxo is supposed to be able to.
I guess so, but Dat man was where Boxo got his shit from.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This world is going to
That'll
shit.
take usually, from my knowledge, about a week and a half to sort out. You know what I mean? Like eventually there will be another Dat man. Dat man's always around. But yes, you snuck through this small gap. And you were right next to this strange barn that looks like it has like a smiley face if you look at it from the map. There's like this strange well has been opened, and there was like some guards like strangely down there stranded underneath this stone, and they're like, oh, let us out. Oh, weird creature. It's the ceremony, and they're all like worried. Yeah, you just like shut it back.
Yeah, no, I exit. I helped.
You see they like come out, they're very concerned about the ceremony. The gate doesn't seem to be open, and they just rush off. But you do hear a rustling in the grass behind you. And Gary Greenheart. Now this is Gary Greenheart from right at the end of season 1. So you are like you're king of the town now. You're like, they just had that ceremony, they're walked behind you. This is where we are. I just want to do this because it sounds super fun. Gary Greenheart. You walk up, and from the same barn where you guys headquartered most of the last of everything you did, there is now this ooze creature standing.
Hi. Hello.
Well, hey there. Who are you?
I'm Gildaradner, Genewilder.
Gary Greenheart. Pleasure.
Nice to meet you, Goo. Just the goo like envelops his hand, but then just comes out. Yeah.
Like dry but wet at the same time. That's weird.
Thanks. It's a feature, not a flaw. What is happening? They didn't open the gate.
Well, right. We've got a bit of a blight problem. Right, and apparently.
Oh, what's happening?
See, it just seems right to open the gates, but we got the mayor here, and he's dead set of just keeping these shut. And I had to at least agree with him, you know? I want to keep my families from here. I want to keep them safe. I want to keep these people safe, and I know that it comes at the cost of food going out to the rest of Ganjaria. It really stinks, you know?
That does sound like a stinky problem. Like a big, stinky, stinky, stinky problem. Well, good luck with that.
Well, hey, I would hate to be a terrible host. What brings you here there, Gildaradner, Genewilder?
I'm just vibing. It's what I'm on this planet now, and you guys have a great little thing going on here for many years. It's kind of a bummer that the blight is also coming this way. So, I'm rethinking some of my plans and what I'm doing. But guess what? I'm here to see Datman. I want to buy some weed. So I'm going to go find him. You clank around. You're a nice boy.
I'll come join you. We can go check his usual spot.
Okay.
Oh, I love Datman. Let's go find him. Let's go.
Oh, excellent. Great. You just look like you are like a cop, and I didn't know. I just didn't know. I was like, why would he go to Datman? And, you have that cop.
Hang on.
The night.
Hang on. What weed does Gary have?
The Green Lady. Who's you? Fucking love D&D.
It builds.
Just so my new buddy Gil is cool, I'm gonna pull out the Northern Lights that I grabbed from Datman.
Boom. Northern Lights. +1 to DC attack roll, or reroll any dice once for radiant
Just
spells.
one slap. +1 to DC attack rolls.
Yeah. Here, I'll copy it over to you too.
Okay.
But yeah, it's for specifically radiant spells. This is our Ganjaria spell components. So the Northern Lights works for radiant spells. It's a free use action on your turn. It either adds 1 to the DC or the attack roll of a spell, and you can reroll any of the dice once.
Cool.
So it helps add a little bang to your bang.
A little bang to your bang.
I don't know what I was trying to say originally.
That's okay.
Okay, but
I love this whole like this pre-story of like how, because my theory is this is what happened like when Boxa was coming back around again. This is what I was doing because I said I spent some time like at the camp or whatever. Like this is what I was doing while like just me and my misadventures with.
And.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. When this stuff happens, it's just you gotta write it right.
Yeah.
To me, so you asked an interesting question. Datman was kind of the hookup. Like he was the guy, and most other guys went through that guy. Mm-hmm. But what happened to Datman, you've only seen the end of as a player, as the sense that he was in a drawer. And a little fairy guy in a drawer. But this will also be like, we just did it, we made lore in real time. This is how basically Boxo will take this trade over, because you're gonna get one of every one of them. So with this, you see Datman flies up. His glasses, his small top hat. He's a little fairy, kind of a green and red hue to him. His little wings fly around.
Yeah.
And remember, there's this like cloud of happiness that kind of permeates around him. It's this yellow energy. In the first chapter, the helping committee drew upon that energy to battle the blight. It was literally that unified state, that happy place, whatever that thing is, the magic that permeates from the essence of this Ganjaria, this ganja from the Feywild. It's steeped in the magic of emotion. And so as the positive emotion of the people within Sativon helped push away the blight consuming it from within. Now, you chose to keep the gate closed 1 year. We still don't know why you did the second, and that's still a bit of lore that we have in the
And
past.
I don't know about that either yet.
But in this moment, you see Datman flies up. He's like, my friend Gary. You see, he comes over and he throws you your normal pickup bag, and turns around and he's like, and he stops and he looks at you and he starts spinning in a super fast circle and blows through you. And then you see it kind of settles and like drips a little bit of you back onto you. And it's like, Gil. And so, again, your time brief. You do have to catch this caravan to leave, but you see, Datman alive and well. Even the real news that gets through to the Guild of Legends.
What I'm thinking is maybe I hung out for a little bit, but left way before the second thing. It was only for like a little while. So it's like me and Gary misadventures, and like I hung out in Sativon for a second, but I left before shit changed.
Perfect.
I'm like, seemed fine to me.
And you
bye!
saw the people did rally behind Gary Greenheart, the Green Lady's strength, that resonating love. Again, that's you. Again, 10 of smooth hands. But the Green Lady and again, feeding this area of bounty rather than being consumed by the hatred, the malice, they've continued to kind of hold on to their virgin territory. And so it's like striking to you.
Looks good to me.
Yeah, everybody's like really nice, and like it falls in line with the new plan pretty well. Gary Greenheart proves to be a magnanimous leader. And so in the time that you were there, say half of the year even, you never really saw any dark tidings that would lead to the gate not opening the next year.
Yeah.
So there is a little like, what?
That is weird, but I left before I could stick around. And like I've told these guys this story like on the thing. Like we've talked about this before. I feel like that's something that I would have said like.
Yes. And so
at least just the like it seemed all fine before, and now I'm telling you now. Well, I did go inside.
And found, and it's like, so you learned of the Blight, this energy space, Gary and them, they did notice that a lot of it seemed to travel with Dickens's brother and, with connections to Caesinthius, the World Devourer, and it gets to some very space. Now, Caesinthius, the World Devourer, is someone you would know.
Yeah.
Like, this is like...
Space bad.
Yeah, it's almost like he's so evil, he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
That's what I'm, and that's what I'm running from. Is more of that stuff. And I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be on a planet that has that coming out.
Which is why you came to Ganjaria, which, if you'll remember, had a protective barrier.
Yeah.
That kept the gaze of his children. Six. I always think of Six Dicks because they refuse. It's Dickens and Slapsix, his two children.
Slapsticks, yeah.
And so
Space clowns, you guys,
clowns.
they exist.
Yes.
Space is chill, and there's space clowns.
Yes.
That aren't good? We don't like. We like them. We don't.
You know
I'm
what?
Not sure
People
the vibe
contain
is-
multitudes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Some people are just not good, and some people are totally great. Like me, I'm great. Yeah! Woo! Yay! all wet.
High five.
You did that.
And then a wet one. I'll do that little, the goo.
Goo. Slap. Slurp.
All right, so.
There was a,
Yeah,
if there was a comic book. Hello.
I'm happy.
So you're running from the Blight? What are you running from?
Yes! Because it ate my planets.
From my understanding,
Yes.
the Blight's gonna just keep moving towards all of us until we stop it. So running away from it isn't gonna stop anything.
I know, but someone will figure it out.
And that's us, the helping committee.
Oh, shit.
I'm so glad you've conquered the fear, and you're now here with us to stand against the spreading evil.
Well, great. Looks like Gil fell for another case of the old didn't read the terms and services.
All right.
Oops, all friends.
Sure.
We're all friends or else, I guess.
Or else.
Or else.
Or
Else.
Now I know what the or else meant.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get a little bit of lore for that awesome use of your inspiration. And again, and I'll like print this out. I don't know why I haven't printed this out. It's so stupid.
So I have a lot of weed on
But
me.
you have, and gave Boxo the means by which to create.
Yeah.
So,
I helped him out.
But you do
I
have one of all.
Like,
of them.
you think things inside of my goo sometimes are like my organs, but I really just I'm like, it's weed. And they're like, oh.
Is that your liver? No, it's weed.
No, here's weed.
Just we.
Just weed.
Get a gill. We all need a gill. Hey, Gil,
No,
come
did
over.
you want weed here?
I have tons.
I have a lot of it. So much.
So this does actually
bring it
pertain.
up.
This is like a cool little, because it is like a nice little buff for you guys to use them whenever you want in like big moments. We have one for every type of element. So like if you use fire magic or thunder, cold, lightning, poison, necrotic, radiant, acid, psychic, headbanger, and force spells. So, you would all have, if you want one of those, you can have them. The way they work again is it's like you consume the raw Ganjaria as a free action on your turn, and it augments your spells to make them a little bit more powerful. It's kind of a single-use item to help give players something to spend money on. Also that, like you're at the level now where it's like, well, I bought full plate armor, what do I do with my money now? Building cities, they're still tough to do with your money. I just like little things you can buy that are fun, single-use stuff. So we do also have the concentrates. But that's a different hookup. Because Datman, there will be a new Datman.
Oh, good.
But yes,
That was also going to be a reason for me to leave this planet
it's not here, right?
and go find. Yeah, you guys have weed elsewhere on other planets. Right?
Right?
Ship, find weed. Okay, bye.
And then also during that, so it gets 1 to the difficulty class, so the saving throw or attack roll for it, and also you can re-roll any of the dice associated with that ability. So if you did like a big sneak attack with psychic damage, that would be one where you could like re-roll some. If you rolled some 1s in there, you could re-roll those ones once.
I see it.
Or if you have like spells that you like save or suck, hypnotic pattern, things that hold monster, you want them to be as hard as possible. Going with something that increases the DC of your saves is a way to do that. There's also one for curing spells, White Widow, where you re-roll any number of dice once. when you cast a healing spell with it. So it's a way to just kind of get the top end out of your spells, or as much as the dice will give you. But yeah, that is until you get back to Boxer, that's all you would have is like one of each. But when Box is around, that is the empowered spell components, as well as the concentrates at this point, because I think we have tested most of it. So the concentrates, if you'll remember, they had like spell effects. Like when you took a dab, you actually got the effect of a spell. But they were rare and kind of expensive.
Is that a document that we can bring up on the screens? The one that has all the weeds on it? Does that exist in a way?
Right. Yeah.
'Cause it might be
You know what?
fun
At
for
intermission, we could. We're probably like half hour from that, but I can pull it up really easily at intermission.
I mean, also in case
I
the
think
buds
I've
wanted to
linked
see
it. I
what
should
all
have
they
pinned
are.
it. In the Discord, usually we have it as well.
Because I know that it does exist like in like a cute little doc.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so that's
But yeah, so that's
time.
this little bridge in the gap of history, some of the lore, a chance to revisit
And
Gary.
yet he never said anything about the helping because I'd never heard about helping
Yeah.
company before. I think maybe he
He's
just thought
busy.
that,
He's like working
he's
on like
busy.
heading a kingdom.
Well, you'll always remember that time. You're good in the Greenheart book because you helped me with stairs. I had the biggest trouble with stairs. You're like, it's easy, and just kind of gloop down. And it's like I was just stressing out too much. I was thinking about each step too hard, and I just needed to kind of gloop about it.
You just gotta relax.
Yeah,
You were so stiff from being in your armor all the time that I said, Gary, just relax. And you were like, okay, and you did. You went up and down those stairs so good. With acuity.
And he's fit.
I like the idea that like Gil is telling us his story and like doing both parts. Yeah. Switch, and we're just like, hey. Like this whole thing is just Gil.
You're like, can we keep going now? Yeah.
Brandon's like, can I have the ruby? And then what happened? He's like,
We're back in our pajamas.
The pajamas with the cocoa again.
oh gosh, I'm telling you. What a Cinderslag.
I wrote that down
Yeah.
on my notes. And I was like, what?
So yeah, that's like a little one of the boons of having a lore bard that's been alive since the inception. You get little lore tidbits like that. In this,
I've been around.
You've been around.
I've been around.
Obviously, been around. I remember. At this point, you kind of noticed. Again, there is like this power to. It's not the one ring to rule them all, but it is like you can like smell the magic from this stone that's in.
Oh, is that what that is?
It was a brie. But you see as this like glow is kind of illuminating Sylvia's face, you kind of look forward toward that canyon. You see the wind, the kind of essence of the magic of the barrier that was around you, all that kind of is Rimbranth pulls beyond that place and beckons you that direction. The ruby itself almost seems to want to go that way. You guys have conferred, and now you kind of look upon where it appears that, like, rather than be in this kind of central area, as you see, like, people of the Shale Soul start, like, peering out of caves and looking down at, like, what just happened? There's, like, this wall of steam, all the snow is melted from this fire, and then it's frozen solid, a foot away. And they're just kind of, like, starting to peek out and look at you guys. You have this relic in your hand. You see their eyes start kind of looking at all of you guys. What do you do?
Behold, the head of the beast that plagued you. We are the helping committee. You're welcome.
Or else.
Or else.
You guys go back into the cave. You come.
When she did that, I want to prestidigitate like her voice to be like louder. And when you went like this, it was like it glowed and started like the everything kind of poofed up around it for a second and just made it look really epic and
see
incredible.
the Cinderslag, some of the lava still flowing out of its eyes. It was, it's still just now dying. Still kind of smoldering.
It's been sitting there for a minute, but I'm like making it look like it just happened. Yeah.
He's like, oh gosh, kill his queen, kill his soul. You see the head standing there.
The open committee. Oh no, they got me.
You feel like the whispers cutting through the wind, no longer in your mind, but the Cinderslag, the elements are gone. The storm is past, kind of blowing through, the canyons that lead up to the Shale Soul City proper. Several of the figures come out, many of them dressed the same way, kind of monistically. They have like open robes of earthen tones and sashes rather than belts. They seem to be people of little possession. All of them very physically honed. But there is like a calmness to this place. that would kind of betray, what little rumors you've heard about the Shale Souls, kind of being chaotic people from the caves on the east side of this kingdom. And so instead, rather, you see a very calm, collected group of citizens begin stepping out and looking from the caves, peering at what they thought was Armageddon as they stare at the sky for like, what could possibly be next? And they hear a booming voice and they jump back for a moment, but then they see the display of the severed head of the Cinderslag elemental, this display of people that stand before them, an ever-glowing artifact of magic glowing in the runes around you guys. Y'all look super dope.
So cool, guys. I'm just waving.
You see they step out, again, they all kind of stand very rigidly and stoic. Most of them not nearly as consumed by stone as what you saw with Raleigh. But, you can definitely see the transformation taking place. It does seem to begin in the hair, strangely. And so it's like you'll see a guy with like a ponytail of hair hanging down, but it's all just rock and stone, unwavering. And so as they stand out, you see they all looking around at each other, again, that pink crackle of psychic energy in their eyes as they look at each other. You have saved the people of the Shale Soul. Why?
We heard you needed help.
It's what we do.
We have asked for help for a long time.
Well, didn't get to our ears until just recently. But once it did, we knew we had to come and help.
What of the Onyxheart?
On trial.
But he was here to help as well.
Yes.
Despite apparently some clashing with your families and whatnot, but he was about ready to do some helping. He was the one that slayed the Cinderslag back here.
Do you know of his grandfather?
I met him once.
I met him. Hi.
Kill. You see one guy's kind of stepped forward. As you can kind of see people kind of bending around and looking for his opinion. He seems to have some sense of leadership in this community at this point. He steps out. Gil, I am glad to see you again. And she's like, put her there. And he still hasn't figured it out. He's not great at it.
It's fine.
He doesn't know your elbow.
But it's like, but I just catch it. Like,
Yeah. He's like, we'll get it. I keep telling the guys, but nobody's listening.
It's okay. I heard about it like 500 years ago.
Let me tell you, Gil, things have been bad.
No, tell me about it, friend.
It's things that our people are splintered. Those that follow Raleigh, they seek resurrection. Insurrection.
It's like resurrection. Did everybody die? Oh my god! This place is really cold.
All statues. There's like two guys. Like I don't. Cover your ears.
Yeah, just stop
hear it.
doing it. Yeah. Stop, please.
You see,
There's one
says,
statue like that.
some of those wish, like me, to retain our presence in the hills, to focus our minds and bodies, and correcting the mistakes of those Onyx bastards.
I don't know why you guys are always on top of each other's asses when you just live in one area at the same time.
Weird, right?
It is weird.
It's like a lesson.
But listen,
there.
like it's all, I get it. There's this centuries old problem, but guess what? We're here to help a little bit now with just like your side of it. Well, they haven't even seen what's his face yet? Onyxheart. I have no more friends. And I'm telling you, he doesn't.
Onyxheart, am I right?
I can't do that.
Oh.
You know.
That's right.
I'm
sorry.
Let's
do your thing.
I'm the new. Yay!
He's just not. He doesn't get it
fine.
yet. He'll get there.
Yeah,
He'll get there.
I'm space. I'm not gonna take sides on it. We're just all gonna. Everyone can be friends with me.
Let's eat the same stuff.
You eat the same meats. They eat a lot of
Meters.
meats.
Same meats and meters.
Meters.
No,
Anyways.
Eat meters.
You have slain the Cinderslag.
Yes. So
We
let's.
have slain it.
Yeah, she said.
It is no doubt the poets, the bards will write stories of your journeys, sing songs of your victories. You see, kind of like looks over and he's like, "Is that also a purple worm?"
It
head?
sure is, yeah. So anyways,
It looks fresh. Was that the same day?
You know,
I like
it's been a really busy
it
day.
also looks like it's like, bleh, you know.
You see David Grohl is sitting in the corner like, I'm going to write a great song.
Yeah, David Grohl. Grohl.
David Grohl. David Grohl the Bard.
David Grohl.
David Grohl the Bard.
Yeah.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of monsters around and different things happening here. So we are journeying to help everyone.
You looked at me when you said monsters. I just I get we're playing a game, Nicole.
You are a monster. I mean, you did spend quite a
we
long
need to get a
time
break? Like,
to make me feel horrible about a horse dying, so...
Detective Samuel.
Detective Samuel is also gone.
Oh, that
May he
reminds
live
me.
on.
Detective Samuel died.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
He was the best man at my wedding.
I know. It's really rough, and it was very violent and graphic.
He always told me, as long as I don't die crushed underneath a carriage bottom, I'll know I lived a good life. After all the crimes that I saw, Tech, you and I worked on that one.
Oh yes.
With where we stole the.
We didn't steal anything.
We didn't steal anything, guys.
Steal anything.
We didn't steal anything.
Because Detective Samuel is so good
That's right.
that we would have been caught.
We would have been caught. So we gave up on the crime.
We gave up on the crime
Before we
and
did.
instead solved crimes with Detective Samuel.
You got any weed?
So much.
It doesn't matter how one died, it only matters how one lived. And Detective Samuel lived a great, valiant life.
Yep.
With
And
that,
With that, I would
this
also...
breeze
Oh, no.
starts blowing through the canyon.
Okay.
As you speak of those that lived and passed, in your mind, that static starts jolting you again. And you start hearing whispers from all the statues that line the streets.
Whoa, okay.
It's almost like everything else around you fades for a moment, and you're in that kind of pink cerebral space inside your mind. And you start hearing a song. The whispers all become melody, and it continues to play as your surroundings come back to you. And you look down, and a strand of your hair has turned to stone. You've just witnessed the Song of Stone. You're the only one aware of this at this moment. But you did stop talking like mid And then you all see it though. In a moment, it just... The single strand of stone hair, and Shamira snaps out of it. What do you do?
This song that plagues your people, the stone song curse.
Some call it a curse.
You
Some
don't?
call it a calling.
What do you call it?
Onyxheart has lived 500 years. Perhaps knowing your time is beneficial and gives you a goal to focus on. If you know you are going to end, then you act accordingly. Elves, apparently dwarves, they live too long. They expect grandiose things. We are true, born from the rock and returned to it. And you have saved us. You are friends of the Shell Soul. Many here have sheltered. They do not leave. Forgive them if they are curt. We live a dedicated life, but we are glad to call you friend. We welcome the Helping Committee to the city of the Shale Soul.
Woo! Sorry, I got excited. Now introduce me to this Kurt guy you just talked about.
Town full of Kurts.
Kurt, yes, now.
They're all Kurt.
All right, I'm going to call you Kurt B. Okay?
You're tall, Kurt. You're small, Kurt.
So you see, they all kind of glance at the Cinderslag. It is your trophy. The Cleos granted you the people knowing of you in this region. Your name is spreading. The Helping Committee is reached the eastern shores of the Proving Grounds. And so, in fact, I was thinking of like a Saints Row style map where you guys like have influence over certain areas. I think I might do it just for fun.
I love that.
Reputation meter.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's like it'd just be fun.
I mean, are we trying to get Cleos?
Get that Cleos.
Yeah, we gotta
Yes.
get
This
that.
is like a physical.
Cleometer.
So this is like a little real. Like so, Cleos was a real thing, like Greek mythology, and so it was like how you attained immortality was by living through the stories and the songs that are written after you. The Hall of Heroes, the where the great ones go. And so this, that's it. It's not like you don't get like a receipt for Cleos, but it's like this is like these people now, will refer to this moment in their lore, in their history, and so the journey of those who will be written about in song is paid and due to you. Now the trophy is still yours, of course, and you get to do with as you wish. Obviously, you should throw on the layouts, probably.
Naturally.
Just set them there.
What are we gonna do with all these? Do we have to carry all these
That's
things
what the
across
actual
whole
mission is.
adventure?
Yeah. And encumbrance is real again.
Or can we, like, every time we get to a village, we can drop them off and be like, this is for you guys, eat it, bye.
There you go.
But we, like, have credit for it
Yes.
anyways? Okay.
Yes.
Write
Yeah, it's
the
not going to be like,
song
all right,
and
but
then
how are you
we'll
going to
go.
carry your 8 other monster heads?
Do they have
Just
a good,
lose every fight because you're
Yeah.
covered in monster heads.
do they have a good town square if we're gonna leave the Cinderslag head?
They have this kind of like beautiful, as you're kind of looking at the canyon, again, they kind of like bow to you and return to their, again, like even just the excitement of like, almost dying is a little too, like a lot of them want to get back and meditate right now. And so you see again a fear of outsiders. He's still there, he still stands in front of you, but the bulk of them are just like, this is a lot of stuff and there's a goo and I'm going to go meditate. So, and at this point, he says, you are welcome to the city. The gates of our kingdom are celebrated. We will send word of the actions of the Onyxheart on this day.
Thanks.
This trial will be fair.
What's the name? Well, who do we thank? Who are you?
Dargon.
Dagon?
Dargon.
Dagon.
Doggone!
Dagon.
Doggone it. I told you.
I give you one.
I didn't call him rim job.
I didn't. I haven't. I won't.
So yes, at this point, again, it's like he kind of like bows to you and I have to deal with the people. We thank you. And you see he looks at that gem. Before he walks away, there's a glow in his eyes. He looks at it, but he knows better than to, take it from the people that just saved his
Space people, you know what?
But there is like a respect, almost a moment of bowing to it himself, like the power contained within this. And in this moment, you're all kind of hearing different songs. You have this remnant of the music of the Song of Stone in your mind. You hear the beckoning call of the stars calling from the canyon beyond.
I have like elevator music.
Yeah.
Muzak.
Yeah, just
The Sims soundtrack.
Rex, you remember the song playing when your David revealed the true reason for your journey. He says, "Gather close, my son. It is true. The gem dragons are back. We know them to be liars, deceitful, untrustworthy. The pure blood dragons alone deserve our praise and worship. I have cast a spell on you, which will lure these dragons. Keep your wits about you and find their true plan. Also, tell Gil he owes me 14 gold.
God damn it.
Do you understand?
We'll give him the old kobold handshake as we do the, as we.
Just like I told
With the
you.
mocked hand. It's always good to use your mocked hand.
You see the dragon mark upon your belt?
Like I was there.
Are you okay?
that was really powerful.
And you hear like what would be kobold music, just like it's like an NES game. You know what I mean?
Like
There's
8-bit
hundreds.
hits,
Yes, yes. There's hundreds of them playing because colonies are massive.
Oh yeah.
But in this moment, you're all kind of listening to these strange songs. Gil's, help us. the cold wind drawing you with the ever-burning ruby in your hand, Chimera, the strand of hair and stone in front of you, what does this mean? Are you infected by this song? Or, there's many different outcomes that could come through, but in this moment, you don't actually know. Again, this strange other kind of magic has thrown you off. And Rex, you kind of like look back toward this canyon, you can sense that Crystal Dragon is down there. And that's where we're gonna pick it up after our mission.
All right.
Yeah. So, I gotta drink water because Rimbranth it takes.
Stay hydrated.
Hydrated
my
home,
buds.
guys, absolutely.
Buds and beans.
Thank you guys so much. We do us a 10-minute intermission around here. Check out all the incredible art, over 100 pieces of art created for this show. On our intermission, listen to the incredible music by Sandy Stein.
Do it.
Do it. Just love
Or
it.
else.
He's incredible or else. Get yourself some water. Roll yourself a joy, Brandon, because I only had the one. And we'll be back in 10 minutes to listen to some possibly enchanted songs.
Getting
Sandy
stoned
Stein
again.
actually enchanted
Getting
this song.
stoned again. La 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 la.
It's actually
All goo, no ears.
All goo, no ears.
Oh, welcome back, buds, to WeeDnD, the positive live tabletop role-playing experience. We have been having us quite a cerebral journey here. As we dove into some of the deep lore of the world of Ganjaria, got a Gary Greenheart sighting, a character from Chapter 1, the Sativon series. Some of the fun of having a lore bard that's lived through all of this. We've gotten to see. So you guys made introduction with the Shale Souls and kind of currently leveraging many of the options that lay in front of you. You know, Rimbranth the dragon you have promised to return the Everbright Ruby to, kind of beckoning from this canyon nearby. The Shale Souls citizens themselves, who will welcome you as friend, have celebrated you and will add you to their songs and lore. And as well as, where Boxo's caravan is and continuing your journey, toward the gate.
And adding a little bit of Cleos to our Cleos wallet.
Yeah, you got to fill up that.
And realizing that not all Onyxhearts are bad because they have accepted that Onyxhearts help.
They help.
And he did say that he had intended to go and represent Thor or Tynaricus's helping of the Shale Soul in his trial. Mm-hmm. So yes.
Okay. Well, we have to return this ruby.
Yeah, let's go talk to that guy.
Let's continue.
Let's figure out what's going on over there.
I'm still holding it aloft to my head. Disco ball ruby as we exit.
I like we're walking and I grab you for a second. I go, does this look bad? The stone. Is it good? Is it bad or is it
No,
Did you get stoned?
You work it.
I did.
You got stoned?
Is it okay though?
It looks good.
Okay, great.
It looks good on you.
Okay, cool.
It looks good on you to get
I'm
stoned.
not sure how I feel about it yet. I'm still unsure.
With the pink and the
cool.
stone. It works.
Yeah.
It works. It's good. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Highlights.
Suddenly checking hair and it's like...
I don't think any of you heard the song. I think you're okay. But if you hear the song, I'll know because you'll have some stone on you.
The thing is, you'll be stoned, yeah.
Don't ever lie to me about it.
Don't you lie to me about
The
it.
song makes you all stoned.
It makes you stoned.
It's the song that makes you stoned.
What is this? I hesitate. I want to ask what the song sounds like, but I'm afraid if you sing it, then I don't know, it'll turn a stone on me.
And I also don't know if I'll
Spit out a
turn
rock.
more stone if I start singing it because I'm accepting the song, So I'm gonna leave it lie. I'm gonna let it lie. Okay. We're gonna let it go.
We'll
I'm gonna put it in a little box in my brain and move it to the side, and we're gonna move forward.
We'll circle
back.
I like that idea.
You remember everything, so write that in your.
It's a gift and a curse. It's almost, there's too much. Sometimes there's too much information, so everything gets a little
Gets a little gooey?
crossfire. It gets gooey.
A new little goo bubble just...
Yeah. Okay. Oh God! Another memory. So I guess we just gotta return this.
Yeah, we'll come. Well, I think we can come back to the town if we want to, but let's go deal with this pressing.
Well, I
matter.
have a means if we need to rest and regain some of our things and stuff. I have a means of which to help us do that. If you guys want to do that. Does you guys need to replenish anything?
I'm okay.
Does everyone feel okay? They don't need a rest or anything like that?
I feel okay.
I feel pretty energized.
Okay. Yeah. Let me know if you change your mind.
Good to know. Good to know.
Okay.
I think they're waking. I think that was a
was
wink.
that
It looked like it.
Okay. So are we going down? We're going down the.
Yeah, there's a little it's like a little canyon off to the side
Gotcha.
there.
Yeah.
But you kind of feel like a cool breeze drawing you in. Again, you still hear the ambient, whispers of those stars crying out for your help. You can't tell if you're hearing them or if it's the memory is so strong in your mind. But again, with this powerful artifact in your hand, you feel somewhat infused with magical energy. You start, kind of leading the group through this canyon. You hear the carved intricacies of the city of the Shale Soul start to fade away as it gives root to better normal natural rock. Red and earthen in color as you kind of carve through, and suddenly that manifestation of magic occurs once more. But rather than ice being drawn from the sky and wind, you see the earth itself seems to birth the temple of Rimbranth. You see the kind of kaleidoscopic crystal effect as the light coming down, pierces all the walls around you, the trickling rocks, the little rainbows of them, as the kind of sight of this pure magic temple forms in front of you. And once again, the blue eyes of the dragon Rimbranth peering at you from the above chamber.
Raid.
Hey! Gotta put on the raid helmet. Thanks for raiding our way, guys. Right. Love you. Be sure to give them a follow, guys. This is Madbird Streams. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Thanks for bringing your party our way. We do always continue the raids on to other D&D creators as well. So thank you so much.
We do.
So yes, and once again in front of you, stands the. I'm literally forgetting that it's the Gale. I wrote it down. I just didn't want to look it up. But here we go. I just don't want to give you the wrong name of it. Hold on.
Shiv, the Rembrandt's feet. Hold on. Nope, not on there. Not on there.
It was a cool name, so I just don't want to.
For what?
Say it. For the Skyrend Temple.
Skyrend.
Thank you.
Oh my
I had it right here. Skyrend.
I got stuck in Gale.
The Gale
Skyrend. Like, yeah.
Skyrend Temple.
Yes, so the Skyrend Temple sits once again in front
I
of
also
you.
wrote it.
I wrote that
I
down,
have
but I'll
it.
write
Guys,
it
we
down.
all have it written down.
If I just asked.
I wrote Skyrim.
Oh, is that a game? Skyrim?
Yeah.
I listen to the music of that game.
It is good music. It's good music. Yeah, everyone's
Very ambiance.
So yes, once again, the temple stands in front. I did it again. I just forgot it again. Skyrend Temple stands. Sorry, I just got it.
Skyrim Temple.
Skyrim.
It was a late name change. I had a name for this originally, and then before the game last time, I was like, "Oh, Skyrend Temple's way cooler." And then now it's like Sheila and Sylvia.
I don't know who that
I don't
bitch
even
is.
either. She's not in my notes.
She's
anymore.
gonna show up one day.
Oh God! Oh God!
Sheila Sky Shields.
No! Oh God! Oh God!
She looks like you, but not. It's weird.
From
It's
my
the opposite of you.
nightmares.
All right, I gotta write that down because that should happen.
It's your sister who's very over enthusiastic and like emotional.
Oh my God!
And very charismatic.
Yeah.
Like, aw.
Oh, she can talk to anybody. It's so annoying.
Sheila Starvia, if we're switching it.
No, don't do this to me. I need more in there.
Stop.
Oh God! No!
500 names to remember.
Yeah, I wish there was like a list.
Okay. All right. I'll make the list. And then I'll be like, what was that guy's name?
And then
that's it.
I will know.
And you'll know.
And I'll be like, on the list I now
That's
have,
it.
it is this.
It is one of these. It's in this area.
This way.
This name.
It's that one.
Boobaroo. It's always
I'm looking at my notes again.
Boobaroo.
So yes, again, this kind of carved living crystal temple stands in front of you, basking in the kind of magnanimous light that it just shields from it. The air around it gets a little colder and sharper. The mastery of those elements in Rimbranth's domain. The blue eyes beckon you once again. That is not ominous. This is not threatening. This is once again presenting himself as he did the last time that you spoke.
Just saying, hey. Yeah.
Yeah, the doors open. They stand open in the front.
Hey, we're getting rated again.
Oh, what? Yeah!
Nice.
We're doing raid helmet on Weed&d. Thanks for bringing your party our way, guys. We're looking at the Skyrend Temple.
Yep.
Skyrend
Skyrend
Temple with the Crystal Dragon, Rimbranth,
Crystal Dragon.
Lord of Skies. But yes, you see, again, these eyes, they do not pierce down upon you or through you, but
Lord of
rather at you. You are welcome guests. For the Raiders, guys. For you guys. Thanks. Thank you so much. Be sure to follow them, guys. Come on.
Kiss about it.
Kiss about it. Let's all kid. So, the door is open leading to the stairwell that leads up once again. Now, you remember, Sheila, that see, we should never joke about it. We should never joke about it.
Absolutely.
Sylvia, you recall that chamber with the binary stars that were seemingly calling to you lies beyond that stairwell, and there were some other rooms in the temple as well. But so, you guys have a free reign to go in. Rimbranth is seemingly welcoming you inside. What do you guys do? Does that make you nervous?
Yeah,
I feel like I made you
inside.
nervous.
Not
that
nervous
wasn't
at
my
all. Just kind of like.
I just don't be like, and then you go in, right? Like,
And then we go in.
We go
We
inside.
we call that we keep going.
We keep
We keep going.
That's how we did it growing
keep
up
going.
playing D&D. What do you do? We keep going. Like, we're gonna get
We go forward.
But I don't want to just be like, and then you walk into the, you know what I mean?
We take a moment to reflect upon the vastness of the beautiful temple called Skyrend.
The Skyrend.
Skyrend.
Glancing
Skyrend.
and gazing into the magical eyes
And you
of the
start
dragon.
hearing,
And
just got me. Get me nervous
And
every
I
time.
start hearing, keep moving, and we move forward.
Yeah.
All right, so as you guys kind of, again, once more, you start to ascend the crystal stairs at the front of this tremendous crystal palace. Again, the ground itself, as you step upon the crystal, seems to form to your foot and release you as you step away from it. This whole place is seemingly one living organism. And, you know, as Rex has guessed as well, Rimbranth seemingly part of that ecosystem as well. So you guys come into that main chamber in front of you again. Sylvia, you're hearing this fragmented memory of the voices of them calling out to you, but you don't feel that the magic behind the door was nearly as strong as it was when last you were here. You know, you could see the kind of conflicting magic between the two beings grappled in this orbital dance, and right now there's seemingly like just a whisper of that same energy left beyond these doors. You all kind of get to the stairwell to ascend up to Rimbranth, but at this point I ask again, what do you do?
I notice her hesitation and can sense that something is wrong, and I walk up and place my hand just on her.
The stars. Something's wrong. We need to help them.
The ruby. In your hand, you can feel this as you kind of manifest the wish to help these beings. This item, this artifact of magic in your hand is called almost through the door as well.
Is this something we can talk to Rimbrandt about, or Rimbrandt? Yeah.
Yeah. It's just important to me that we help the stars.
Yeah, and then if he's weird about it, we'll just take care of it ourselves.
Okay, Gil. I like that. All right.
Space, man. Super chill.
Space is super chill.
It's chill. It's
Yeah.
vibes.
In space, you just have to take care of it yourself most of the time. There's just no one around. You have to just
Mostly
do it.
empty.
Well, but we are not in space. I mean, we are in space, but we're not in. We're here.
We're in
And
space.
he
We're
is
from
in
here,
space.
and we're here to help.
And we're here to help, and we're together.
And we're in space.
And we're not like in space. We're on space.
Probably gonna get caught on the semantics of it.
Yeah.
We are in space.
Yes. Okay. The point I'm making though is that you're not alone because we're not in the vastness of space.
Outer space.
We're here together.
Well, you're not alone in space.
Okay, you just
there's
said-
everything in space.
Okay, what I mean,
I
though,
don't
is that,
under.
I'm just looking at Rex and I'm like slowly like going upstairs like
we're all together in this. Let's go.
Cool.
we've got
You know, this works back home. I don't know what's wrong. I'm usually very inspirational.
It's good. It's just
we're in
very
space,
literal.
right?
Very
Yeah.
literal.
We're in
It's-
space.
yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. They don't know. They've never been to space.
Are you guys coming up the stairs?
You
hear Rimbrandt, Crystal Dragon, like, I've got cocoa water.
I brought the nail polish.
Who's gonna? Well, you're all grab my nails for me.
You can put your feet in my goo.
He's like,
Intimate.
But yes, you hear like Rimbranth's like, so you got that Everbright Ruby, though, maybe. No, but you do hear him. He calls up. He's like, please, friends, join me in the dining hall.
Of course. Hey, Rembrandt.
Hey.
If we're in space, do you think that we're like in space? Do you know what I mean?
We can drop it. With
Okay, it's fine. Never mind.
Let's just go.
I'd like to honestly hear his opinion.
Think about it.
I've
feel
been
like
in
this-
space, too.
Right. No, we've got.
kind of
there's like
from
a
space.
star thing. So there's like a star issue happening.
Yeah, do you have stars? Do you got stars going on?
Oh, I got stars.
Oh.
And I'll talk to you about them if you come upstairs.
Okay,
His voice disappears. Two blinking green arrows.
Running up the stairs.
It's like the final fight screen when you wait for too long to sleep.
Oh, got it.
You guys are running out of oxygen. You need to find an
Oh God!
We're all
Okay,
from space.
I'll make my way up the stairs.
Yes.
Yeah, I goo up there.
Goose up the stairs.
Goo.
I'm gonna goo up there.
I'll walk.
Come on up,
You
friends.
taught Gary how to master stairs. That's like
By
that's
gooing up
epic.
them.
You just have to be like goo.
You gotta go it.
Just like the famous
Just go it.
kung fu master Gu Li said, just be like goo.
Just be like go.
Gooey.
Lee.
Brusku.
Brusku.
Oh, Brusku.
Oh, Brusku. All right. So as you goo your way up the stairs, you see like there's this like really powerful wizard-looking guy again. The gray hair, the gray beard, the piercing blue reptilian eyes of the dragon, but once again magically changed into the shape of this wizard. Hello. Kind of he adorns, gestures you in. Please come in. I see you have my ruby. You see even his blue reptilian eyes kind of glow as they look at the power of this artifact in your hand. I shielded you from the storm. You are heroes indeed. These people will sing your songs. It is a good thing, legacy. Please, friends. He waves his hand, and once again the table and chairs kind of form in front of him. Sit.
Okay.
I take a seat.
You see as you sit in your chair, again the living crystal kind of slides you closer to him sitting at the edge. Your chair just scoots up right next to him and he stares at the ruby. I adhere to my end of the bargain. And he pulls out the helping committee book. Mm-hmm. Enjoy the terms of this helping committee. Mm-hmm. Prove to me you are who you say you are. Mm-hmm. My ruby.
We are who we say we are.
That feels like are you implying that I am not?
I am wondering if there are things that you haven't been completely honest about. And being a member of the helping committee means we help those in need.
That's why she's our president.
I do like that.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
You had the president. Are there elections?
No.
Sorry.
There seems to be some concern that there might be something else going on here.
Do you mean, do I have other motives?
Yes, and is there some being or something here that is in danger or needs help and you're keeping it from us?
Have I shown you the trinkets in my closet? Is every door in my temple welcome for your entrance?
When one comes forward on its own and reaches out, that's different. No one snooped here, but a message was received. We simply want to know.
I hear the screams of the stars. What's happening to them?
Their sacrifices were required.
Were they willing or forced?
That is a very interesting question.
That is a very interesting response.
Well, they are what they are. I used them for what they could be. I obtained them by right, if that is your fear, Star Child. I stole nothing from your people. But I promised I would return and stop the blight from spreading. Your people saw fit to grant me those stars. Unfortunately, I have needed much of their magic. But yes, I have been hiding many things from you.
And us from you. That's how it works when we're friends.
Exactly.
But something that I know also is that those star elves are very litigious people. Got any receipts for those stars, my brother?
Yes, it would surely be documented.
Oh, God. No, this is actually a fair point because you would be aware of like how this, this isn't unheard of. In the battle against Chrysintheus, world devourers, and these cosmic entities, there are stars that give themselves as powerful augmenters of magical powers that keep these world enders at bay. Now, the blight brings a terrifying nothingness to everything that it touches as it just extends through the southern lands. the Infernix, the tales of the Dark Phoenix that, shells out blight that is now spreading through. But it is a union of two extra-planar forces in the dark magics of Queen Titania now turned and the actual Lord of Demons. And so this blight, although it certainly is a risk to the lands of Ganjaria, it is also to the universe, as proven through the kind of some of Chapter 1 and the events of the cosmic entities that are now at play. The birthing of the God Seed sends this ping out at the same time. The barrier fractured that protected those here from the magics beyond. And so lots is happening. You do not sense deception in Rimbranth, that he is here to stop the blight.
He just isn't very good at it.
What Gil, did you say?
Guess what? I'm gonna persuade you that I didn't say that.
Hit me with persuade then. Wait a minute.
Of course I didn't
I
say
know your tells, Gil. You're always...
20. Plus 13. Like,
Wow. 33.
Whoa.
yep.
Was a 33. That's quite a credit.
And it's just me saying, listen.
You say, I thought...
I would never say
you
that.
wouldn't. That's true. I know you
Listen,
Gil.
I would never say.
Gosh.
Listen.
How's the...
I let you goo. I let you put your feet in my goo.
Yeah, you're currently gooed around his feet.
I'm all gooed
Yeah,
up.
he's like looking down. Like,
Yeah,
Gil,
you're
you're
gooed
just
up. I know it just feels so, and then it's just like massagey.
It's no one else gets it. Oh my gosh.
It's fine. Listen, this is how I make it happen, and this is how I make friends.
What has been your plan with the blight? What is your plan? What have you been doing? What do you still need to achieve?
Bold questions.
We're running out of time to dilly-daddle around anything.
I'm not dilly-dallying.
Okay,
You're
well,
coming at me really hot today.
Okay, you know what? I'm very stressed out.
Hey, me
I
too.
heard this song.
Listen.
I have rock in my hair.
I thought it looked good.
Thank you. That's really nice.
Guys, I gotta say now, it's like, it is fair if I ask you to play a role, but I should tell you the full reason. He looks once more at the ruby. Do you know of the primordials?
Oh. Yes.
You know everything.
Lord, yeah, you could give me a, let's see, primordials? That would be just give me an arc. I guess that's an arcane. No, that's the rate of magic. Give me a history check.
No, like people. Okay, 18 plus
Would you say history?
history.
Yeah, yeah.
History
Whoa.
I
plus
don't have good
5.
So yeah, 23.
But it wouldn't. Even if I wasn't around for that, I definitely heard about it. People talked about it. I hang out with storytellers. Are like, oh, you know this storyteller? Like, check out this storyteller.
So you, Gil, you have heard many of the versions of the tale of the Ferocious Five.
Yeah.
Some of them heroes that, attempted to save the reckoning of all men and people. Some of them blame them for the development of the world of Ganjaria, having gifted the tear of the primordials
Yes.
to her to fractionate the world of Ganjaria.
There it is. Yeah.
As Rial
I was like, that's familiar in my brain, but I was like, why is that familiar to me?
What was that?
Drew said Ed and Tina.
Ed and Tina Primordial. Yes, yes.
But yes, he who burns
Of the Minnesota
all.
Primordial. Yeah.
They're beings of pure elemental energy. They're the embodiment of element given form.
Yeah.
It was them, the originators of the elements, that brought them to the prime material plane that you were all from. Everbright was sundered from that, and Ganjaria was birthed. And so these primordials, as Rimbranth explains, do not exist on Ganjaria. The elements live unchecked, uninspired, weak. Without the elements, these magics cannot hold against the blight. 'Twas the tear of the primordials that sundered this world, and I intend to form another one.
Well, I mean, what is kind of interesting is that a lot of people say that certain dragons don't exist anymore, and yet, like, here we are. So what if there's a primordial somewhere and we just haven't looked for it yet?
I would know You see, reaches out and grabs the ruby from you. This is the only way that they can be born in this world. And someone else is trying to gather them, unleashing elemental furies, splitting the armies of Ganjaria. Do you know when you are from, Starchild?
I used to. It escapes me.
Do you remember having a family
Yes.
and children and children of children? Pairs, powerful youth. You feel the whisper from down the stairs. Grandmother, help us. Grandmother, help us. You keep hearing that term, grandmother, but it's in the astral language. It's more of a song. The connection in your mind, it's start looking around you. I believe we entered this world at the same time. But I believe we both hail from nearly 1,000 years in the future.
Cool.
What? Why?
Why indeed?
How?
How? Indeed. Did you know I was going to say it? You are really writing me.
I did kind of just set him up for that one. You did. Yeah.
What, am I a monster?
She's been through a lot.
No, you're not.
We have the heads
She's
of
been
them.
through a lot. You really need to cut her some slack. You know, I can understand through what you told us about where she's been. I wouldn't trust people either. And I'm saying that because just my, like what you would imagine is like eyeballs, and like you're just feet in my face. I'm like a little square on the ground.
Not even in a seat. Just please. No. I'll get you a little crystal pillow.
Goo.
Goo. Goo it. So there we are. I wish to seed the primordials. Birth he who burns all with this. And the others. There should be 4. But the ice key is strangely missing. I will look into that. Do you wish to continue helping?
Of course.
Then you must find the other keys. He looks over kind of through the reflection of his crystal at your little sled out front. I believe that one's mother holds one of them.
Oh shit.
Of course she does.
Crap.
You think she bought the crime scene?
There's only gonna be
What
one
crime
way to
scene?
find out.
Explain it to me and I'll tell you if she bought it.
Well, there was a crime scene
Probably not.
That we came upon.
where this really judgy, racist. What was he? Goo?
He was a
Blob?
goo.
He's a goo.
He's a goo.
He's a goo. I'm a noose.
Goo.
Right, you're a deuce. So, judgy, racist goo is just there
I know the type.
yeah, with the blood and destruction of her youth.
Purple worms
Purple worms.
can't see. They don't have eyes.
Could you feel it?
It's a great question. Actually, let me ponder on that. Maybe.
Would she
Yeah.
smell the blood of Detective Samuel?
Yeah.
Wait,
And
what?
no, Detective Samuel.
Wiped it from his own mind. I cast a spell, so I didn't remember. Oh, no, it's happening again? It's even worse.
So we got the worm. The worm's
Guess
one.
we're going worm hunting, friends.
What's the other? So
What's the
we're
other
missing
one?
the ice. We got the worm. I'm guessing that's Earth if we're doing an element thing.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
The air,
That's kind of you, isn't it?
isn't it?
Isn't it?
You see, kind of looks around at the Skyrend temple.
Is there anything else around?
It's still the same temple.
Yeah, I'm looking. Is there anything else in the sky we gotta worry about now?
You stand within the key of sky.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, so we did it!
Have access to at least 2. Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, so we've got 2 of 4.
Nice.
Guys, we're doing really
So
good.
if you figure out the ice,
tough.
we'll work on the earth. And
I am unable to go beyond the iron gates. Something is happening. Glacius, the coward, was the first of us to find a way to this world. From the plane of ice, friends of those 5 idiots. His bond with Onyxheart is the reason that his people gained power, and is the reason he lives to this day. The key of ice lies beyond the black iron gates.
Oh, okay. I can get in there.
Just by squeezing?
No!
Oh.
Friendship. Friendship. I can get anywhere with friendship.
I agree.
what do you say?
Quite powerful.
That's nice.
Should we check out the city first? Maybe figure some stuff out with Big Papa Thoricus?
Well, is there something that I can do? Maybe, is there anything we can do to grease up the wheels or help out Thoricus's court case?
Yeah, so the Temple of Nombuldir, a ruin of a fallen city from before the sundering of the world. You don't know where it's at. Like, none of you guys actually have been or heard of it.
Would everyone
it is,
here know?
It is a well-reputed space that is, like, extremely dangerous.
Can we get some Shale Soul help? I mean, we're pretty buddy-buddy with them, and they clearly know about the significance of the place. I guess that guy died there or whatever.
A fair question. I offer you rest within.
Ah, cool.
Unfortunately, there will be short time for it in the future. You are right. We are running out of time. Well, not bad for my first meeting with the helping committee.
You did really
You
good.
did really good.
Really well.
It seems like you didn't think I was doing good.
Hey, it's important that I know you're strong.
That's why she's our president.
That's why
Yeah.
she's the
That's why she's the
president.
president.
Yeah,
She's president of this
makes
chapter.
sense.
So you see Rimbranth takes the ruby, and so, he looks at it and you can see almost a conflict within it. Like, it's being around something of such tremendous power. To not just use it, he shows great restraint in taking it. He sets it in this little gem inlaid box. When he closes it, it's like the warmth that permeated from it goes away. You're just kind of in the cold, living crystal of the Skyren temple. I shall seek knowledge from the west, the other side of the proving grounds. Perhaps we can gain more allies. You speak with the Shale Soul. Get your friend back, and we'll help them all. Or else.
Or else.
Can we see your freaky deaky star room?
You see, he stops and, yes, one moment. And he grabs the little chest. You can hear him walking across to the other side of the room. With his hand, he waves this arcane sigil. Little pink circles of magical energy crackle as he manifests this little pocket space, a little pocket dimension of his own design. He sets the chest inside of it and closes it. I will show you to the Chamber of Stars.
Hell yeah.
Follow me.
Sometimes I think about where those things get set, and if it is just somewhere that's like if they just sometimes it's they don't create it. It's they had to set it in a dimension that exists somewhere, and then they remember what that is. Yeah. So,
Oh my god! Oh, it's back again! It's the gem box and it's back again!
the box is back. It's back. Yeah.
I'm telling you, son, there's no box.
Oh my god.
Just go up there, Dad. Just believe me this time. I made it sad. I made it a sad.
Leave me this time.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, buddy.
I wrote this down too, but that's not. Here, keep riffing, Brenna.
Skyrend.
Hey everybody, I'm here to say that I'm Brenna here in a really great way. Actually, I don't need a riff. Look at that freaking sweater that Jake has been wearing.
Bro.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a nice sweater. I
nice
feel like
sweater.
if we chroma keyed, you would disappear. You would like
Right into the wall.
yeah.
No.
There we go.
And then Nicole would have a go.
So you guys follow him down. I'm gonna keep asking you, like, and then you follow him down the stairs, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Nothing happens. I just want to make it. You go down, and again, he leads you to kind of the crystalline, sealed doorway that leads to the
Oh,
16 perception, just kind of looking around at the, just everything, especially after seeing that little pocket dimension open up. Just,
Yeah. You're like, wait a minute. What else you got around here?
I was pretty starstruck to seeing a
just a
gem
second.
dragon and all, but you just kind of now that we're back and
You're kind of looking around for any signs of anything being amiss. You have spent a little time in this place, but again, nobody knows caves quite like those raised by kobolds, and so there is this, you're kind of looking around at this living stone, which does make you very uncomfortable. It's almost like you're flying a little bit, even though you're on the ground. And that, that your connection to the stone, you can feel that there is a sense of protection toward the space that you're going. Like the rock is, the crystal is getting a little harder as you near the doors, as if it's responding to your presence within its location. And so that's what you gather from kind of giving a look around the room. You come to the doors and he turns, you see again once more kind of peering back with his long black hair. He looks at you with those strange blue eyes. I believe you may have seen this before. And he opens the door. And you see this giant, it's the Sanctum of Skies, this sacred chamber where you see that like the energies of Rimbranth himself start pinging energy to these star charts that are scrawled all over. Star charts that are exactly the same as those you've studied. You kind of see the picture of your space and the stars, a relationship you've been somewhat severed from in this time. But there are all these like star flows, and including the star system that's currently illuminated in the sky, like glows brightly inside the chamber. At the center, you see these two tiny blue lights, nearly dead, spinning. These are the stars. This is what remains of their power. The whispers that you heard are not coming from their lips right now, but yet you still hear them in your mind. You see Rimbranth watching you. I'm sure this is uncomfortable, but I promise you it was necessary.
Must they suffer?
Must we all? What was that, Gil?
This is nothing.
Oh. I thought you...
Nothing. I'm just over here grinding weed. Don't mind me. That's one of the ways that I persuaded to like get things taken off of me, no pressure. I'm like, I'm just over here grinding weed.
Cool. Chill, bro. Space is chill.
It's all very chill.
Do I think that he's lying about
Give me an
having
insight
approval for all of this?
Get his ass.
20, natural 20 plus 4?
Wow. Perfect time for me to.
I know, right? You were just doing the good work.
Thanks.
How's that, friends?
Thanks. You're doing it. I'll wait. Some folks have to wait.
Oh, there it is.
fine.
Nailed it. Nailed it. So yes, is he lying? Interesting question. He is not lying. He
Because he
seems.
believes his own truth.
It's like he believes.
Because he believes.
And actually, your insight being so good, it actually reveals like he is actively not really hiding the kind of brutal truth of this from you, but does seem to believe that yes, that the suffering, whether he heard those cries or not, was necessary means to these ends. You see he's looking at them a little too intently as your insight shifts and you watch. It is only those of Starborne that can fuel the temple. good thing we are friends.
I'm new at this. Was that a joke?
I wouldn't say it was a threat, but it was like a veiled threat. Like, you should have been scared of me if you would have to, but you didn't need to because
I like Papa. I go, she said joke, not threat. So you actually like gave yourself away.
So that's a
You're also pretty new at this.
I'm glad you came in.
Okay, it's not just me.
No.
Oh.
No.
Like,
but also, it's a good thing that
if
we're
I was
all,
worse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you're not, because you're
But I'm
part of
not.
the helping committee.
Helping
'Cause
committee.
We're all friends,
Sign
and we
me.
know that we're pressed for time, so we're going to use our resources wisely.
Yeah.
Because we only get so much of them.
Right.
So we're not going to do anything for our friends.
Not gonna use her.
No.
No.
And we're going to honor
That'd be wrong.
everything that we do use, and cherish the energy that they give, and do ceremonies for that. Right.
Now there's.
Yeah. Takes a second,
Okay.
but we can honor what's happening.
I like it.
Great.
Let's do
wow.
it.
Good.
You got
Yeah.
a ceremony?
We're going to build one together as the helping committee and friends.
Okay. Are you gonna go first? Cool. Sweet. So, all right. I'm ready. So what are we gonna do?
So,
You got this, Fred. You got this.
Yeah.
and my palms are sweating.
Is that like a changeling thing? Is that like what?
You don't have to bring it up. So there is, I don't have anything here with me, but the lily is very important to me and my friends back where I'm from. And in honor of the lily, it is a symbol of hope and beauty. And I would like to extend that same idea to these beautiful energies of stars, symbols of hope and beauty, and pressing forward to defeat the evil that is presenting itself towards us, so that we can come together as one unit once again in peace.
I slide a ring off of my finger that connects to my star maps, and I rest it upon the stem of the lily as a token.
Just writing this down.
Yeah, all these things that are like presented are like prestidigitated, like in front. I like use my little gooey arms and go like, and it's all like flourishing around and looking and.
You got anything for the ritual, Rex?
Hey, you know, I'm a guy, I ain't got much, but I'll give what I can. I just fucking rip off one of the dreadlocks. And just
It's pretty hardcore.
and it is one of those. just
Yeah,
like,
cool. You see Rimbranth's like, I don't have to do that.
I don't
You
know.
get to choose what you want.
Kobolds are they just are, you know?
They
You
go
know what I mean?
hard.
They go hard. They go hard, those kobolds.
It's going. It's like doesn't know what to add. You see kind of again kind of flowing magic that stems from him, that pings to this strange star energy, again, kind of similar to what you hail from, in the similar sense of the psychic energy of the Shale Soul, you know, pinged off of your own soul knife training. And he kind of starts bestowing a bit of that energy, kind of feeding the room with the magic within him a bit more. And you hear like the temple itself is almost shrinking to the size of the room that you are in. Not menacingly, I mean, you're obviously welcome to act as you will, but it's like as if he's focusing the magic of this living thing on this reverent moment within the temple, rather than the extravagance of a palace. And so as he kind of channels out the energy of himself, you see that the form, the illusionary magic itself that he contains with himself and around you guys, starts to fade away. And the form of this beautiful 80-foot long crystal dragon kind of forms, and as its wings beat, you see the walls of the very temple itself move, as if there is no distinction between the two. You see the stars start moving around as you know, spatial bodies, and suddenly the lily with a ring wrapped around its top manifests as a constellation in the sky. And you know this to be true. The ring of the lily now rests in the skies. You see in that moment, Rimbranth draws and again looks around you. It's a massive, 80-foot long dragon, kind of crammed into this small room. the
Brian Fitz.
Brian Fitz.
That's the rule.
Brian Fitz, it's the rule. You see, he kind of flexes his wings back, and with a wave of magic, the walls of the Skyrim temple are once again reformed. I have forgotten about ritual and ceremony. I have drifted in the wind and the ice for far too long. This helping committee, what a simple, magical thing. Thank you for the ruby. Thank you for the ritual. The energy these stars gave me will not be used in vain. And if what I do does what it should, they will be reborn again. You have my word. Dragon. You have my word.
Let them live on. Let's help.
You know, you kind of settle back, and he's afforded you a space to rest here. If that is one of the things you like to do, there are the people of the Shale Soul, the pressing trial of Tynaricus, as well as everything else. What would you guys like to do? You see this kind of like pensive moment for him. He's seemingly withdrawing, content to leave you two, while he goes and explores the West.
Well, if we have the option to rest, it seems smart.
Yeah. I would like to get all my things back.
Yeah, it is.
We're not too pressed for time. It'd be good.
Like
This trial's in like
shorty
7
or
hours, and you're like, no, we get like a quick rest, maybe. Somebody's already asleep.
You know, we must fill our own cup in order to help others.
Yeah, you want to be the
nice.
teapot. That
Yes.
refills the cups.
Yep.
All right, so there is like a bed chamber, again, as everything else in this place. This crystal kind of fills with their crystal pillows. You're like, oh, crap! Oh, gosh!
Stop!
Oh,
He's in full dragon form too, so he's like, oh.
you guys, my fort's the best fort. This is all my fort. I'm like made of fort.
Me too!
Oh. Bum, 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 bum. All right. So yes, again, as he afforded you the great feast, the magical, again, if that artifact in that condensed state in your hand was as powerful, you're suddenly realizing that you're basically like inside of another magical artifact right now. One that has the soul of this Rimbranth infused in some way. So, you know, there's not really fear of somebody coming in on your position. This thing can literally fly. But you see Rimbranth not really utilizing some of the finer magical features, not drawing upon any extra energy, in accordance to a respect of this life that he hadn't really considered.
Okay, well then, I think I'm gonna try to get some of my health back now.
All right, so long rests are great. Your health gets replenished. And again, remember, health is not just like the blood inside your body. It is the fatigue of the
wild
adventure
shit back.
upon you.
I had a pencil.
This is... Oh, I have two. Maybe Nicole didn't steal it.
You get like 3 pencils at once.
I'm like, I need a. Oh my god! Steal your pencil.
Look, I don't give a fuck.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Well, now I'm giving a fuck.
Pencil.
Look at all those pencils.
Pencil flagon.
Alright, good.
Oh, whoa, there goes his fuck.
There goes the fuck.
So this is actually the first time you guys have rested together.
Yeah.
So, you know, in the semblance of the plan of action, you know, to continue forth and, you know, see perhaps if you can find this Nambull deer. But in this moment, you know, again, Rimbrandt seems very pensive. He withdraws to the top of the castle and, you know, doesn't stop you, if anybody wants to go up, but also at the same time is like seemingly like pondering on a lot of this strange interaction with the strange brand of hero. And so you are given kind of free reign of the crystal of the Skyrim temple. So as we do, you know, the long rest mechanic, where all of your spell slots come back, all your class abilities, hit points, and everything return, and half of any hit dice that you used. Other than that, what do you guys do? 8 hours. Light activity, sleeping obviously a part of that, but quite a heavy couple of days. So what would you guys like to do during this long rest?
I do not sleep. I don't require it. But I mourn in a very quiet way these stars and honor their energy.
The doors stay open to the Chamber of Stars, so you are seemingly welcome to do so. You kind of go in and see this new constellation, this balance, the shift in the stars. Like, you are very aware of the cosmic energy, when one thing dies, another is born anew, this balance of the power of life and death. And that idea of the blight, of something that can consume without return, something that throws that balance off, you kind of notice in this new constellation that floats around you as you kind of mourn and connect in this chamber that seemingly is almost like from where you're from. What about you, Shamir?
So I'm kind of taking a moment to reflect on a lot of the things that have happened, because a lot has happened, and I still have no idea what's happened to my brother. And I thought that he was with me for a long time, and I don't know if he was ever with me. So I kind of wander up to where he's sitting, and I just kind of sit with him.
You see he's back in the wizard form, and he's sitting again, has to not have to make extra room for his body. This is now the most confined sense of magic. He's considering the cost of some of the power source of where he is and who he is. He sees you, approach, and he's looking through an old tome, not reading it, but looking through it, as if just laying his eyes upon it, he can consume the words within it. You see, he looks up at you. You are welcome to a seat.
Thank you. Lost in thought.
Yes. I always knew I would do what I had to. But I never considered why I had to.
I know that story. And then I changed my story when I found out the reason why my initial story started. Sometimes it's important to answer the why, to know if it's really what you want to do.
You are wise for one with such a limited life.
One might say I've lived 1,000 and died 1,000. Maybe more.
Is that for real?
Yes.
Holy shit.
I know. It was crazy. It was really crazy. I'm covered in scars.
Me too. I'm crystal. You can't even see,
sure.
basically.
These scars.
You wouldn't even know.
Ah.
I mean, there's a lot. I've had a hard life. I could have used that artifact to get what I thought I wanted. But this idea of helping, this senseless altruism, it has excited something in me. Perhaps even I can change. Sorry, that sounded... Maybe I can change.
Yep.
Just that one little...
It's just a sting because it's the word change, and I used to be able to change. And then
I didn't even...
you know what? It's fine.
I was like, don't say it. And of course I
And
said
then you said it. You know, everyone does.
everybody.
But the reason why I didn't stay where I was and I chose to go on this journey and share the message of the helping committee is because that is exactly what happened to me. The idea of helping people and creating true friendships and bonds and helping others is what changed me and awakened me to who I really was. So I want to share that for people like you and others that I meet.
Is it strong enough?
I think it is.
It may depend on that.
I think that hope and trust and friendship is stronger, but the darkness likes to be louder, so it likes to act like it's stronger. But it's all just a lie to scare us, to break our spirits. But we are stronger than that. And together, we're definitely stronger than that.
You see his eyes glow, and almost as if he held the tome in his hand and was able to read its lore and story by looking through it. He reflects that same view upon you. And you see flashes in his eyes of 1,000 deaths, of an onyx bird, of an onyx owl, of a dragon friend.
It's a bird.
Of a little teddy bear that's off Gokuing in space right now.
Super badass.
And the story of where you came from in the kingdoms. I believe you. But we'll see. Those with virtue are always tested.
I've been tested, and I know that those tests will continue, and I'm ready for all of them.
I shall aim to be as well. Enjoy your rest. You see, he reaches over and grabs like another pile of books. And just like eating potato chips, he's just drifting through them. Not really affected by them, just lost in them. And good night to you.
And to you.
When she comes back down, it's like Rex is like inside. I'm like, oh, I don't even feel anything. Rex is like punching around in there, and I'm like, nothing bothers me.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. That is just, and then she's just sternly like, I don't like any of this. Like,
I was trying to mourn over here.
The vibes. Okay.
and I'm like, check it out. Yeah.
I come back down the stairs, and I look at my new family that I've gained, and I just smile. And I go take a nap.
I wrap up my thoughts and my morning, and then mechanically I just want to reset my cosmic omen. See if I can get wheel or woe.
Yeah.
So 3, which is woe.
Whoa.
Ew.
Well, this is your like daily, right? This is your your
once every long rest I can reset this.
Dope.
Whenever you finish a long rest, roll a die. Until you finish your next long rest, you gain a special reaction based on the die roll. And I got woe.
You got woe.
So whenever a creature you see within 30 feet of you is about to make an attack roll, a saving throw, or an ability check, you can use your reaction roll to roll a d6 and subtract the number rolled from the total.
Dope.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, are we gonna call that Wheeler Wow?
Wheeler wow.
I like that.
I think we kind of have to.
Wheeler.
Wow.
Sometimes it just presents itself.
Cool.
I'm making a note too, just so I have that.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, any other, I know, again, you guys are jumping behind the scenes of like level 10 characters, so any other like class stuff that we need to check in on, or any questions about the long
Get
rest
everything
mechanic?
just comes back. So.
Yeah, you pretty much get everything back.
Just reset.
The only thing you don't get all of back that and maybe I'm wrong, is I know hit dice come back at a limited rate. So if you've used a bunch of them, you wouldn't be full on hit dice.
Yeah. On these two.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
So with that,
Hey, just because I gotta look out for my friend.
Yeah.
Is just for some reason is Tyrannosaurus also gonna get a long rest in him?
we'll see.
Oh.
I know you're watching, Drew. I know you want that long rest, bro.
What are you gonna do? Get a hug? He wants smooches.
You better send me.
30 smooches.
You better gift 7 subs. No, I'm just kidding. By 7 o'clock. What happens at 7?
He's doing it.
Drew's at court. Do you think he's resting? He's like, oh.
Wouldn't they put him in like a jail cell or something? Like,
let you rest before your trial.
Yeah, but his mind has got to be racing, like emotionally.
Maybe he's just so focused.
Drew, do you get a long rest?
Leah, let's ask him.
let's ask
I figured
him.
Drew would now. Do you feel like you're long resting right now?
He should,
What do you
because I
do
just
with your
want him
rest?
to kick an ass.
Yeah, we could just. We should have just called him on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. You trying a long rest, bro? Of course, I'll give him a long rest. Yeah.
Yay!
But remember what I
For
said.
you, brother.
That might be the last one that I'm pretty friendly with.
Oh no.
What? What'd you say?
But we're
Something
was that?
menacing.
friends.
I didn't say anything.
He said something menacing.
Roll for it.
So it was like a threat, but like not. It was like
Like a
if
non-threat?
I was the kind of person you should be scared of, you should be scared of me. But
Is this the joke thing
I'm not
again?
that. It's kind of like the joke thing again.
I think no. Listen,
Oh.
the reason you're confused is because it's not a joke. It is a threat.
It's
Oh, okay. I understand
yeah.
what a threat is.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's one of them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they can come in a range. That's one of them.
Cool.
Threatening your friends. Anyways.
Just to assert dominance. You know?
Okay.
All right, so mechanically, you guys are all good on the reset.
Yes.
All your class and racial abilities and everything come back for the most part. I think just about everything. Okay. So in the morning, you know, for those of you that require sleep, you know, basically you just kind of kept a starry vigil to these forms. Again, the voice not echoing from within them anymore, but the energy not being tapped by the palace, the temple at present. You know, as it all passes by in the morning, you know, you hear the steps of crystal coming down, and once more Rimbranth is in his, you know, wizard human form, you know, kind of walking down. Even the intensity of the blue reptilian eyes is somewhat paled down, as if he's trying to draw on as little magic as he can. He walks somewhat frailly down the stairs. You notice that it's not easy for him in this form to move, and so it is more than a mere illusion. There is some connection to this life that he presents himself to you as. As he's coming down the stairs, he has one of these tomes in his hand. You see it's, you know, red leather bound with this like gilded gold ribbon down the side. He opens it up, he hands it to you. And it is the map of Nambuldr, as it was before the rendering of Everbright. And he's made some notes. Kind of look through. This would seemingly tell you how to get there. Help your friend, as I will help my friends, and their friends, and their friends. Ad infinitum.
Thank you. Or else.
Or else.
That's right, or else. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck. Sometimes bloodline hatreds run so deep that reason does not have effect. This will be a test for you as well as them, I think.
All right.
Okay.
Are you stealing something?
No, I
What's in your hand?
don't steal.
What's in your hand?
Nothing. Goo.
That.
You need more?
Gil.
Gil.
All right, so at this point, you know, you kind of he's offered you good journey to you as well. You know, provided you with food if that was, you know, something you had need of. And at this point, you know, kind of a renewed rest after a pretty rigorous campaign. You do indeed have a map to the ruins of Nambuldr. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna take one last pit stop because I needed sleep. I'm just a guy.
I'm just a guy.
But I kind of perched up in the Sky Sanctum Chamber of Stars because I was pretty much up until I was sent to come here underground. Never really had to sleep under the stars. So especially seeing this new constellation, that's really something. So I want to kind of take that in one more time before we pound some sand.
Yeah. You see, you know, a manifestation quite literally of like your effect on the world, you know, this thing given form. Again, in the sense of the things that will last forever, potentially that has as good a chance as anything else. You know, you kind of remember through that mention, you know, as David had spoke to you, that these crystal dragons were not pure. They are merely illusions of an element, not to be trusted. You kind of look around again once more, and you can feel the Skyren temple like reacting to that thought. As if the walls around you get harder as you try to pierce within their reason, and there is a pushback to even your very thoughts while you're within this thing. Again, you are inside of and by virtue of part of this artifact while you are within it.
It's kind of an intrusive thought too. I don't like it. Like I feel it coming in because I was always told this, especially before I was sent on my way. But between meeting these amazing people and just kind of getting a new perspective, like, you know, not being underground anymore. Finally came out from under a rock and see things a little different.
A true point, and something that, being raised by kobolds, may not have been challenged much to that point.
Nah, it's one way. That's about it.
Yeah. Gil's just slapping.
So it is morn, and you kind of see as the cold winds and the reality of this region are already taking over. The scorched earth is now covered in frozen, burnt grass, but the ice now clings to everything. The kind of protective bubble of elements outside of the temple itself, there is a pretty hard-line barrier to that. So, you guys haven't crossed that particular threshold yet, but now standing, at the staircase that leads down from the Skyland Temple, Rimbranth offering you words of good travel, saying he will be moving on to the west. What do you do?
Okay, so checklist. We gave the ruby back to this guy.
Yes.
Check.
Done.
Check.
We gave our heads. We gave head to the guys.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, you offered to. Did you do
the
both?
shield fist
You offered the
guys.
cinder
Yeah, we
slag.
still have
Cinderslag,
the
yeah.
worm.
What?
We have the worm.
We got the worm.
right?
It was just the Cinderslag.
Just the Cinderslag.
Just the cinder slag, Brenna.
Just
Don't you love
that.
D&D? No,
That's
Brenna, it was
the
just the silver
Cinderslag.
slag.
You got to keep track of 7 heads.
Silver
in the game.
what?
It's true.
It's true.
Shamir's like,
I get it. I
A lot of
understand.
heads. Okay.
A lot of heads.
Okay.
And more to come.
yes.
Yeah.
For helping.
For helping.
He means
Okay.
I mean it.
So.
if we're gonna figure out TJ's sitch over in Nambolia,
Yeah.
can we leave the worm here for safety? Because if we're gonna tackle the mom later, maybe.
you feel comfortable with that, like your knowledge.
Sure, that's fine. Yeah, he
Keep
would.
an eye on it. Just like
I
shoving
mean, it won't
the
really go anywhere. Just leave it where
That
it
walks
is.
over like
Yeah. I mean, how useful is this? Do we have to bring it to another place, or what do we? Can we leave this with these guys as well, or?
Yeah, you
But
can.
it's fine.
Yeah. They can have both of them. We don't need this. We've
leave
already
it.
moved on. They know what happened. They can just tell the story. And then we'll tell the story, and people will
Everyone
believe us.
keep telling stories.
Yeah.
Yes. Great. Yeah, we'll drop off this little worm head guy.
Here you go, guys.
like-
You gotta
There you
go.
go.
Just
We
if
gotta-
this helps,
you
give
go.
our friend. But let's be dramatic about it and drop it off in the court. In court, when Thor kisses it, we'll be like, "You should let him be free." And Tynaricus, we'll be like, "You should let him be free," and they'll be like, "Why?" And we'll be like, "Because of this," and then throw it on there.
Not a bad, honestly, not a bad sentence.
So we can keep that in our very large back pocket.
It's already on the sled.
Yeah,
great.
we'll just drag it along.
Nice.
We have the map
Yeah.
with notes.
Notes.
Let's go.
You noticed.
Save our
They said
friend.
they'd put in a good word. Will they come with us and do that? Is that stretching like this new alliance we got, or
You think they'd be interested?
can we get some shale stones?
You have, yeah. Who do you want to go to? You want to go to, was it Dragoth?
Dargon.
Dagon.
Dargon.
Shilpus guy gave me a high five.
What's that?
Yeah,
I did.
Dargon and Gil are
You
friends.
should come with us. And put in a good word for me, because some of those people, I don't know why, but they just don't have the kindest eyes pointed at me when they see me with their eyes.
I understand. I will go, but I cannot offer your protection.
Oh, that's fine. We can protect ourselves. I just need somebody to be like, don't do it. At least one person.
I'll give you one. I could get in a lot of trouble.
What? I wasn't that bad.
You were pretty bad. Come on. You were pretty bad.
I wasn't even that naughty.
Well, another time, perhaps.
Okay,
So yes,
instead of
you will.
fire- Anyways.
Figure this whole thing out. We gotta hear some stories, Gil.
When time is more on our side.
We're gonna die, all of us here soon, if we don't. Let's keep going, so we don't need to listen to that story for now.
But we will.
Dope. Sometimes I have to take notes too.
Do I notice anything in the notes that I should be aware of?
Oh yes, good.
Give me an investigation check.
Get it, girl.
Okay.
Ba ba bee boo ba boo ba bee.
16 plus 11?
Just a 27. Yeah, that's pretty good. You're kind of like peering at the book, you know, and again, that's that strange observation that you made, that you experienced. You watched him look through and obtain information from the lore rather than depicting the words and symbols on its pages. And as you're kind of like looking at that book, you consider that same idea. And it's like within the pages of this book is a thought. And that thought is, do not trust the Shale Soul.
Oh. Okay.
There's almost like a tickled pleasure. Like he knows you heard this. Like it was like a test. And there was an enjoyment. But simply, do not trust them.
In our minds, I share that. I'm like, guys, don't. Okay, hi, hello, checking in.
Hi!
We don't do this a whole lot.
Wow.
So everybody just like kind of smile and like, well, look at the scenery, it's so nice.
It's a beautiful
So I
room,
just
guys.
got a
Built by my
message
father in the year
to not
1723.
trust the Shale
If you
Soul.
can see the
Now,
archways there. were made,
Sometimes
by my
we
father.
can be nice to people and not trust them and help them
Brilliant
and not trust
craftsman.
them. But just everybody keep that in the back of your mind. Should just
Stone.
keep an extra eye out on the Shale Soul. And we need to make sure we protect our friend.
A moment of silence, indeed.
We are just preparing for our journey ahead.
Honestly, just the idea of how all that was carved is just really
My father was a
nice.
great man.
Yeah, it was great. I
man.
appreciated that a lot.
Thanks, kid.
Thank you.
And he's all elbow. I'll get it.
Some
I'll get
days.
it.
All right. I feel like at this point you're just messing with me.
I'm trying to not do it.
Yeah. It's fine.
Nothing?
All right.
Oh, we're friends!
At this point, you guys dragging a sled around with two heads on it, even I feel bad. So we're gonna, like, they will outfit you guys with what you need to get down. It's more of like a rickshaw, because it's a lot of canyon passes and climbing. You see they like start loading up a bunch of like climbing pittons and gear and spiked shoes and stuff. You're like, oh, just walk
I'm like,
down the
I got
side.
shoes.
Yeah, don't worry
I'm
about it.
good.
No
I'm
shoes.
fine.
Everybody's like, but
yeah, she's
none of
got
us
the
have
sticky
shoes.
feet, Yeah.
Come on, guys.
You're like, I'm a goo.
I'm a good.
So yes, you see they kind of start loading all this up. So at this point, I just want to, again, the mechanics of like, you are like in a town that has resources if there's things that you would need or want, but they are going to give you like a carriage that you can bring this around with.
Okay.
That way you're not just like, purple worm.
Dragging the sled.
Hey mom, you out there?
For you.
For you!
Yeah.
I give, hey, guess what? Rex?
Yeah.
Sorry, just, you look like a lot of other people.
Never got that before. Thank you.
I guess what? I really like how you were really weird and pulled out one of your dreadlocks. That was really nice. And I'm gonna give him a little bardic inspiration.
Oh, ouch, it hurts.
Yeah. Shits and gigs.
They're so helpful.
Yeah.
No.
Thank you. Thank you.
It feels a little wet.
It's not like growing back stony at all, is it?
Did you hear a song?
Are you
in here?
stoned?
It's not.
Ah, shit. I heard a song earlier, yeah.
But like a song you didn't know?
It was familiar.
Okay, then no. You're fine.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay.
It's just.
There should be more rocks in there.
It must have, it looked like it hurt. You were bleeding a little bit. Okay.
Did it to help, you know?
Yeah, well, I think
I didn't have much else to offer, so I mean,
It was love.
could have been a tooth. That seemed like a little worse,
That
but
the
hair will grow back.
Hair will, in theory. Yeah. It'll grow back. So is there like a clothing shop?
Yep.
I would like to purchase.
They're mostly
a scarf.
monkey stuff, so it's a lot of
Right.
light fabric. They're monkey stuff.
Monkey
Welcome to
stuff.
monkey stuff.
Welcome to Monkey Stuff.
What's a banana with you?
Great. I'm always thinking of home and my friend who loves fabric. So I want to just purchase a scarf. I have a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to purchase a scarf.
They will give you a scarf.
you'll give me
They
a
saved the
scarf?
town. They're
That's
like,
so
which
nice."
scarf do you want?
Which one's your favorite?
Gosh, don't take my favorite.
I'm not going to. That's why I want to know which
Oh,
one
good.
it is.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
Oh,
which
that
one's
my
your favorite? Which is your second
It's-
favorite?
It's that one again, I think.
Okay, third
I
favorite.
realize I'm being difficult. It's probably the third one too.
What is your least favorite?
The one you're wearing.
I'm gonna take your favorite one. I'm gonna take that
All right, you get a really nice red and yellow earthy tones. You see it's got little small wooden beans on the side and some small
monkey
rocks.
business.
So a little monkey business.
one. Great.
Monkey business.
Did I do something wrong? All right.
Yes. You for so
Shows
long made
up.
me feel terrible about a horse that
did
died.
kinda kill Stu.
I did not kill
You did not kill him. Like I couldn't say you didn't not kill him.
Oh no.
You were mean about her scarf.
I wasn't being There's no reason for that NPC to go so hard on herself.
But the NPC is
A
sassy.
friend of mine made this.
Yeah, they're not all monks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can tell.
This one's all. Everything's meditation around here.
Yeah, this is
You
sassy
should try it.
All right. He finds himself.
I helped, guys. I like come out of the store and like, guys, I just helped someone.
Nice
He was really mean. I was like, which one's your favorite? Because I don't want to take it. And then he kept picking the same scarf, and I was like, which one's your least favorite? He's like, the one I'm wearing. I'm like,
Oh, that is me. Rex
Oh, hey, oh, sorry. I
I told him to meditate, and he's gonna find himself. It's gonna be great.
Sorry. The doors that are kicked in close.
I was about to meditate. I'm so sorry.
Okay, keep meditating. Be a better person. All right, let's go.
It's hard.
It is. I believe in you.
You were about to get really helped, mister. You better watch your ass.
You hear the door lock. Thanks.
Oh, with a key and a keyhole?
Take all the scarves. Take them all. Except this one. Oh, that's even worse.
Are we journeying now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So as we journey, I'm like, all right, guys, I'm gonna tell you guys something about me. Every time I like actually try to help someone or be nice, something horrible happens or people are mean. So I just want to say that I appreciate you guys and your support for me helping and you helping. So sometimes it just goes really bad, but I really try. Let's go.
Thank you.
Do more good.
Thank you for telling us about that. And guess what?
nice.
We're gonna do our best
Thanks.
to help people.
Yeah.
Or else.
Or else.
Or else.
Our best. Doing our best is what we do best.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, or else.
Hey.
Or else.
It all comes together, really.
Yeah,
It's very cyclical. I like it.
With that, you guys kind of hop on this carriage. It's a little bit of a caravan because there's enough of you guys. Like there's almost yours and theirs.
What's pulling the rickshaw?
Not a detective.
Okay, all right.
But no, you actually see it's some of like the monks. Like they're like pulling it. It's two of them on each one. So there's 4 guys plus the main cat, and then you guys.
Ooh, they're very strong.
They're super strong.
Hey, boy.
It's like hard to like look back at you. Yeah.
Just saying, hey.
Oh, sorry. I really have to pay attention
That's
running
unfortunate.
forward.
Okay, bye.
If we trip over each other, this whole thing is bust.
It would just be the worst. It's almost as if this isn't very efficient.
Yeah, but what are we gonna use? Horses?
Yes.
Oh my god. And that's where we're gonna pick it up next time, guys.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We helped. They realized.
They
finally
things.
cracked the
So
code.
proud.
Oh my god. I love you guys.
The whole time. The whole time.
That was fantastic.
Oh my god.
I love the NPCs in this world. What are we gonna use? Horses?
Oh man. Let that
Inventing horses.
Yeah.
Things usually work out, right? Oh, you'll find out. You'll find out.
He
more.
wasn't.
Guys, thank you so much. This seriously was just like a little beacon of my week. Shout out to the greatest players in the world, in the whole world, especially in the room. Our incredible Stephanie McHugh, who is running everything in the background. Munch for building all this great stuff. Sandy for the music. Vlad for the art. And the Buds for the Bud friendship.
Bud friendship.
Friendship.
Yay.
That's what makes
The old Bud
the
love.
best.
It's what's gonna stop the blight.
But join us.
But join us.
Join us.
Join us next Tuesday.
Join us next time.
as we
for joining
attend
us
the
today.
trial of Tynaricus Onyxheart.
Fucking got
I
him.
did it to myself. I worry Brenna's gonna do it. I do it to
Getting
myself.
ahead of it.
I know.
Thank you guys.
I'm playing a game of chess.
Damn it. I'm like king.
Yeah.
We go checkers, eh?
I've been playing this game the whole time.
Thank you guys.
Never have to.
You're all fantastic. Remember, anybody doing any projects they need to promote right now? Anything that's going on?
Yes.
Morning Murders has an
Murders.
episode
Morning
every
Murders,
Monday.
yeah. Every Monday we have new episodes coming out for Morning Murders. Check it out on anywhere you listen to your podcast.
All of them.
All of them. It goes everywhere. I also have a show opening February 9th through March 4th here in Vegas. It's called X by Alistair McDowell, and
It's gonna give it to you.
It's a space play without giving too much away.
Nice.
Yeah, I have that coming up.
Was that too much? It's a space play.
I mean,
I ruined it. I spoiled it.
No, you'll know it's space the minute you walk in.
The play's
We're on
about
a
is it
space
space?
station.
Like,
We're on Pluto. Or are we?
Oh,
We are. Or are we?
You are.
You don't know.
You
You have
probably
to see
do.
it,
You
so
probably
then you'll
know
find
that.
out.
Tell me.
No.
Damn it, Nicole. I love you guys so very much. This was fantastic. We do have us a little ritual we like to do around here. Maybe you heard about it, maybe you haven't. But we like to kill animals and then make Nicole feel bad about it. And she freaks out. And then I take stars and I drain their life. No! And then Nicole threatens to kill people.
I do.
Maybe too much. Definitely too much. If you don't see us all in 15 minutes, tell them what we lived for. Slorps.
Slurps.
I did it all for the slorps. Lighters up!
Wee.
We love you, buds. We love you, Drew. Feel better, Drew.
Love you, Drew.
I cast Heal Drew as an upcast.
Just kiss about it.
I'm gonna kiss him.
That'll do it.
I'm gonna go kiss him.
It's the
I'm gonna
secret.
kiss him right now.
Yeah.
Go get him.
Go kiss him.
Get him.
Look out, Drew. Here he comes.
He's coming.
So what? You can't touch me, 'cause I'm from the